Dave, take over.
I got it.
We need professional to stand in. Dave show.
Hi.
See, the threat gets him going every time.
Welcome to the comic Untitled Chapter.
Good job, Dave.
Hell, Dave.
Good job. I'm probably going to leave that in.
Yeah, please do.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Council of Reads. I'm Dylan, here with Jason.
G'day.
Fami.
Hey.
Nitin.
Yo.
And Dave.
That's me. I'm trying to decide. Well, my stomach's trying to decide whether beer, sparkling water, Pringles, chocolate, ice cream are a good mix.
No.
Okay.
Probably not if you're trying to start
From
the episode.
experience.
We may have
ice
problems
cream
later.
and beer from experience.
Okay.
From what I've seen or heard, we weren't there.
Hence
We
why-
may have problems later.
Hence why you've been quiet for the last 30 minutes.
Breakfast
Okay.
of champions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
It wasn't
Did
very
you
good.
do this?
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
did you
okay.
go?
Well, yeah, you got to explain this if you ate this today.
Yeah.
I
Was that just
bored
at home?
Yeah.
She just
By
bored
yourself?
Yeah.
Holy
Don't-
hell,
don't-
Dave.
I
Eat
do one
bored,
beer.
Dave.
Relax.
No, that's fine. I'm talking about the combination, buddy. It's sensational. Okay.
It just happened one after the other. I mean, the
Okay.
Pringles, I'm like, could you lose a little sweetness? So, like, I got
It's like a
the
modern
ice
day
cream.
Winston Churchill without the...
Are we mixing the Pringles and ice cream?
Oh, I
at the same time?
started on the sparkling water and then I totally forgot. It's like, oh yeah, Pringles. Okay. Yeah, sweet. And then Pringles again. It's like, oh, you know what? We could go okay with chips. You know, beer and chips. Whatever.
Yeah, of
and then I
course.
had that, and then
What were you watching?
like the NFL. And
Of course.
all
Yeah, well,
that, so-
yeah, well,
fair enough.
that's divisionals. Okay.
It's less
I just-
weird.
Problems later.
I'm picturing Homer watching football with all these different teams labels.
If only you had the dogs taking them out of your hands.
Oh, I need the helmet with the.
The double beers.
The phone
Yeah,
dome.
yeah.
Did we buy you one?
Probably.
No, I think we talked about it. I don't think we ever did.
Okay.
It's always nice. Very good
That was
friends.
years ago. Like, so long ago.
Yeah.
Or
remember now.
a Nacho Man hat.
Because
Oh,
it would have
so
been put into good use if you did.
Yeah.
That's how I know you mustn't have.
I want a Nacho Man
I
hat.
got one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seriously do.
Oh, really?
It's like a Doritos one, and it's got the you put the dip in the middle, and it's
And you eat off it.
yeah. And I got for Christmas a big NFL helmet, and that's got you can have nibbles at the front, and then in the center there's like for chips and stuff. Big Dallas Cowboys helmet. God, they suck. So much potential, so much crap. Please, let's talk about comic books. I don't
Yes,
wanna talk about
let's
sport.
let's talk about comic books and how we are
Please.
a
What
week.
an opening.
That's best ever, Dave. Love it.
Yes.
Can we just
I've done
periodically
better.
maybe
I've
just
done
poke Dave in the guts, maybe every 10 to 15 minutes,
No,
just to see the results? Thank you.
So next week, ladder, it's out of control.
Yeah, ladder. He might just be stuck there. You're not going to be able to get around the bloody
It's
counter.
getting louder and louder. It's creaking.
Gotta buy some WD-40.
I'd come back and get it certified to make sure it can still hold normal weight.
Yeah, what's this ladder? Chair.
We're about to
rated
find out
I don't know.
what the weight limit is.
Yeah.
We're about to find
Ah,
out.
don't worry, I'm pretty sure I'm over it, so it's fine.
Comic books.
Yeah.
Comic books. Yes, we are a week behind with DC again, but everything else is all
We just
good.
got to stop telling people these things.
Yeah.
Hey, DC comic books came in this week. Who knows what week they're from, but they
Yes.
came in
Yeah.
this week.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
that's good.
We enjoyed new DC comics this week.
I featured comics: Justice League versus Legion of Superheroes,
Yep.
and X Lives of Wolverine. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
With 10.
That's a weird title.
Well, there's
Is it 10?
Well, there's 10 books.
10
we'll get
what?
to it in a minute. Or we want to start with that? Or...
We'll go
Yeah.
with that. We're talking about it already.
There's 10 books, and there's 10 lives, and there's 10 deaths. But there's only 5 books of each. Love it.
I would have liked.
Yeah.
I would have liked to. Be
So it
told.
must be X, not 10.
Yeah.
Just cross lives of Wolverine.
Yeah.
Cross lives, that's right.
Like that In Excess album, Live Baby Live.
Because Lives is going to tell his life chronologically
Yeah.
for the first time ever,
Yeah.
supposedly.
No, it doesn't.
What?
Didn't read
That's-
like that.
Read
Well,
like that.
obviously he goes back at the thing, but then from there, obviously he goes, that's still all in the past, right? Like,
Well, it's
obviously
pretty
Xavier
far in the
stuff.
past, but not that far
But then
in
the
the past. for
next
some-
one, at the end, issue 2 is going to be like,
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess
and
so.
then next will be maybe Alpha Flight, and then joining the X-Men and whatever, I assume.
Right.
Some Japan sojourn in there somewhere or whatever.
Okay, so yeah, 10-part series, 5 books of lives, 5 books of deaths. This is the first of the lives. I haven't read anything of X-Men or Wolvie since like issue 18 of Hickman, and he was only in it very sparingly. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
But and I haven't read actual Wolvie for ages. But this book, excellent. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, for the viewers out there,
Oh,
have a look at
it's
this
the
double
It's the page
page.
after the staples.
Where's that?
Staples.
So staples are in the middle,
Yeah,
and then it's the page after.
Yeah, I found it. Look at this excellent double page spread, people.
Yeah.
Like that is the history of Wolverine just there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's excellent.
Wow.
It's really cool.
So it's Percy who's been writing the Wolverine book since this whole Hickman era begun.
Yep.
And Cassara?
Kasara. Yeah.
On art. The art's really
Beautiful.
nice.
Beautiful.
Really
The Omega
nice.
Red, the rawness of this Omega Red, and the way the tentacles are bone instead of the whenever I've seen Omega Red in the cartoons and stuff like that, it's always been your slick metal.
Yeah, the
but
carbon,
the full
whatever.
bone in this is.
Carbonite things.
And again, I haven't seen too much of what's going on, but spoilers. Omega Red seems to have this new ability where he can shift into the form of other people. And what I kind of mean by that is the person stays who they are.
He
but
body
they-
jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Body jumps. So yeah, in this he's saving a young, very very young Xavier throughout the book, which is just it's intense. It really is good.
Yeah.
So I'm really keen to read the rest of this.
Probably the
this
youngest
series.
Xavier we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say so.
Because I thought I'm reading it, and it's like, why isn't this called like Lives of Xavier or something? You know, like because it is sort of
Well, it
about
kind of is, yeah.
him. You know, but
Well, that first book, but if the next issue where it
yeah,
trails onto,
I
is
didn't.
probably what Jay was saying.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
For me, I didn't realize it was like a 10-parter. I thought it was just.
Well, if you
like,
go
There's
to
two 5-parters.
That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
So if you go to the last page, you got five
This week is
lives,
Definitely.
and every week too.
Yeah,
So it alternates.
Yeah, like House and Powers.
There it is.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
okay,
just
cool,
it's trying to
yeah.
do the House and Powers
Yeah.
gimmick.
Yeah.
So I assume we're seeing him, his life over 5, and then him dying 5 times or something, right?
Yeah.
Or close to death, I
And
assume.
you see on that cover, one in the background with the patch and the tuxedo. There was a mini coming up
About Patch.
about the patch and old school Nick Fury and that character. I think they might be in Vegas and stuff. So really keen to see what comes with that down the track in a few
Magical.
months.
I'll be disappointed if
Oh,
like,
Magical, of course. Sorry.
be disappointed if I don't see him on the bed with a picture of Jean Grey going, Jean.
Genie who knew him the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good book.
Yeah.
If you
I enjoyed it. I have no idea what's going on and what the truth is about Omega Red. That you gets I don't know, but I
Well, there's
didn't
a-
get it.
if you read all the
I
white
don't wanna
pages in
spoil it.
there, you kind of read what they wanted to do, and Beast seems like he's changed a lot since.
No, but that
The old
panel there.
days.
Does that mean he gets transformed into that upon return, or what?
Isn't that just a cocoon?
I don't know.
Anyway,
That's
that's one of the pods, isn't
the
it?
birth and stuff,
It's
right?
a birthing pod.
Yeah, when they die, they
So
come back.
how do
So
they?
when he came, what it looks like is when he came back, he's now been given an extra ability that Beast recommended, and the 5 didn't want it, but he said, "You cook what orders I give you. Now go and cook the order I gave you."
Yeah, but what's this all about lying then? Who lies?
Well, he doesn't know what's being done to him.
I think
by
that's
Beast. I'm
that
guessing.
might be a continuing story. Dave.
Yes.
There's more. It is
It's
issue,
the guy's been writing Wolverine for 20 issues.
and it is
Okay.
issue 1 of a 10
and X-Force for 25 issues.
of a 10-book series.
Pretty sure this stuff
It's probably building.
that
Dave.
does go from
building.
Who's the Russian Doctor Strange at the end?
Oh,
Yes.
it's spoilers. It's Mikhail Rasputin.
Ah, cool.
Oh, cool.
Crosses his brother.
Yeah. Weekly. It's gonna be massive.
Yeah, really good actually. Really good. Better than expected.
Yeah.
All right. DC. Bendis. Justice League. I'm nearly looking to see it was Bendis. I should have just opened it in taste.
Yes.
Justice League and Legion.
You read
Bendis-
this?
Yeah, I did read this.
It was great. I liked
It was
it.
not too bad.
Yeah,
Like,
if you get past the...
the Bendisness
The
of
Bendisness.
how
The
much
wordiness of it.
yes,
Yeah.
how talky it
You have
is.
a look at this for me?
I-
Okay.
Like, as soon as you
Yeah,
open
all
it, you're like,
man.
Yeah, I read it.
Oh, you read it.
there's a bit of work here.
Yeah.
There's a
Bit
lot
of
of
work
bubbles.
here.
So I opened it like Gold Lantern. When did they add a Gold Lantern? Because I'm way behind.
Bendis.
and stuff.
Bendis.
And like,
Yeah, Bendis' Legion, that's when he came
Okay.
up. And there was no context. He just showed up. Here's
Yeah.
Gold Lantern. Okay.
I think this book's supposed to explain more of him.
Yeah. He's essentially... I don't know if there's more Gold Lanterns, but Gold Lanterns, or the one Gold Lantern, has replaced all the Green
course.
Lanterns, essentially.
Spoiler alert, though.
Oh, really?
They don't fight each other. I'm disappointed.
not yet. It's a 6-part book. Dave.
Yes.
Once
You
again,
just want everything in.
I
the
want
first
everything
issue.
now.
Spoon fed from the beginning.
how you gotta keep business going, Dave. You need to...
It's not a one shot.
Yeah, I did really enjoy Bendis' Legion.
Sorry. Gotta go back.
Yes.
Did you say so? This gold lantern is now the only lantern. There's no green lantern. There's no.
Supposedly in the future,
Well, in the
31st
31st century.
Yeah.
Right.
The
And like,
Legion,
the
in the
Legion
future.
is sort of also
So
doing what the Green Lanterns
Did,
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this
So-
isn't current time.
The Legion
well,
of
not the Legion
superheroes
stuff.
Always in the future.
are from the 31st century.
Since the beginning.
Superman or Superboy travels into the future to hang out with them and
Do we
go
know
fight
how?
aliens and
How
stuff.
does he do that?
A time sphere, which is literally in the issue, and they use it in the issue,
You
Dave.
read the issue, didn't you, Dave?
No, to me, it just appeared out like
see.
almost nowhere. It's like,
It's
see, it's just there. It's like, hey, I need help.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, and then they go back in the time sphere.
He came in this, and they went back in this.
It just looks.
You
so...
really literally want everything, them to hold
Spell.
your hand and spell everything out for you.
Pretty much did.
Yeah, it's
No,
Bendis.
but
Not good enough!
For Dave,
not
you
to
need
a
to, like,
Dave
go
level.
for the ABCs with Dave.
Yeah,
But
so
yeah, like, this is like Bender's page.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, that's the best page
Ah.
of the book.
that
Don't you hate all those drawings ruining all those chances to put more writing?
I really like the
That
art
dude
too.
just needs to write a novel and get it over with.
No, but like
No,
this,
he-
I like.
Oh, that was a great
like
page.
this Bender's style of.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of dialogue on a double page.
Yeah.
But it works, it flows.
Yeah.
This is a bit different because it's like self-contained conversations
Yes.
around a room.
Nobody does just inane just dribble better than Bender's.
Yeah, because there was this other
Sometimes
scene
too much, but
With-
when he's good,
with like the president and stuff, and this was kind of just one giant.
yes,
Yeah,
that
chunk,
was
and that was a bit
right,
harder.
That was hard.
Yeah.
Look, I laugh, and I know I'm not reading it, but I do miss him from Marvel.
Right.
He wrote some great stuff. I enjoyed a lot of his books he was writing throughout.
Especially
DC
those.
fans are quite happy to give him back.
Well, they would be.
He's
But-
12
but
issues
that was the
of
same with
Legion.
Ramita and stuff, and when Ramita comes home, he does nice work, so it's hard.
Fingers crossed.
His 12 issues of Legion really good.
Best DC stuff he did, I think. Yeah.
Yes, it's not very high bar. What kind of annoyed me about this was, okay, before the whole John Kent getting a new love interest thing, he was with Satin Girl, right? They meet each other in this book. They do not acknowledge
That at all.
that they're not together or they used to be together or anything.
Maybe they're avoiding each other, Dylan. Oh my god.
You just said they met each other.
They met each other. They said hello. She's literally like, oh, hey, John
Yeah, you
Kent.
just got to be nice.
Gotta be
You got to have
nice.
pleasantries, but then just
But
avoid
6
them the rest
issues,
of the
Dylan,
time.
maybe
My-
they will.
My point is that they never broke up and nothing, you know, it just kind of ignored whatever.
Yes.
Comics.
We've decided
Yes.
we're
Stop.
going in a different direction.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe it
Starfade.
hasn't happened in that time period
Stuff
yet.
it. Change.
I guess not, but I don't know.
The Triptych Girl, is that how you say her name?
Triplicate Girl.
Triplicate
Triplicate
Girl.
Girl.
That stuff is excellent.
That was very interesting. I
Excellent.
did like that.
Okay, so a little bit of spoilers. So for me, one of the characters, she spits into freak.
Yep.
Yep.
The whole people do
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
She's like multiple men, except it's
Yes.
only 3.
Well, the Legion, they're all a representative of their planet.
Okay, cool.
It's like a UN super team,
Right.
United Nations planets, whatever.
I'm with you.
So that's why they're all different.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's, and then but the bad stuff happens, and they're trying to
Darkness.
merge back, and only two.
She gets pulled
Yeah, one gets pulled away.
Oh.
into the past, into current
Just
time.
League done.
Yeah.
And like one out of the two that are left remaining, one's like, we gotta merge, and the other one's like, nah, I'm not merging back with you. Nah.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, nah. And the other one's, we got to merge, to
Yeah.
merge. And she's pissed off the other one won't merge back.
Wow.
And then when you see the one in the modern, our time, so to speak,
When they meet up.
yeah, ooh,
They
shit.
find her, and something's happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
And then they definitely don't want to merge again.
yeah, in case. Yeah,
The three of them.
yeah.
Yeah. But again, the other one's like,
Yeah.
together.
We were 20.
Yeah.
I really like a new design, Triplicate Girl. The different colours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like the different colours, shades, and the dialogue
Yeah.
boxes.
Yeah, Lots of the new character designs for the Legions I really like.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just a really cool, like,
Okay, I'm with you.
using that power in a very interesting way.
Like, all of them are,
Using the
like,
power,
cool.
you know?
I don't like Wildfire. I liked his old design.
I don't even know what he looked like before.
It was less segmented, his
Ah.
costume. Because it's, like, armory now.
Yeah.
A lot of it is very just lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Lee.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, before it was just basically just a spandex suit,
Ah,
full body
okay.
shoot. That's more armory.
Yes.
I guess
yes.
it makes much more sense.
Of course.
But I like this cool design.
Hmm.
Like, full face mask, visor type thing.
Yeah, he just looks cool.
Yeah, it looks so
So,
cool.
Dave, to make you happier, pretend this never came out, and we'll wait 7 months.
Yeah.
Then you can read the trade. You can get it all in one hit,
Oh my god.
and you'll be happy.
He won't be happy.
I know. You'll have to read too much.
He will still have to spell stuff out for him.
Yeah.
And that's saying something.
'Cause that
There's
time
so
speed-
much writing on a page.
That time speed looks like it's background art, okay? Even though they're writing in it, there's no like definition. It just looks
using
like
it, and
background
it's the main
art.
thing-
Seriously.
It's the main thing
Look
on the
at it.
page.
They're emerging from it. They're coming out of it.
I
It's
know, but it
opening
just
up.
looks like background art to me.
It's
Because it's in the background of them coming out of it.
well, it's not, that bit's in the foreground.
Yeah.
How's that background if that's in the
It
foreground?
looks
next
like
book.
background
Yes.
art.
Moving on. Right, Devil's Reign.
You're
We
the
had
best,
2 Devil Reign minis this week, issue 1s. We had Villains for Hire, which is the 5th Thunderbolts. Anybody check this out?
I had a flick.
Yeah, this was good. Yeah, I liked this actually.
Just because I missed the start of Devil's Reign, and I'm kind of
Yeah.
can't get back. It's too late.
So this is just the,
Chances are gone.
just the Thunderbolts sort of coming together, and they're not working great, and then they get a guy who's I assume going to take team leader position. Like it was a bit of a nothing issue, but I just really liked it.
Well, they were thrown together in the was it
King-
Carnage?
King Black
No, it was
stuff?
King and Black, and then there was a little bit of them in Carnage, but they were kind of thrown together pretty harshly in that. So they are barely a team.
Yes.
So that makes complete sense, and with the person that's coming in to what looks like lead them,
Yeah.
Keep them in line.
keep them in
Yeah.
line. I think.
But like I don't know if he was I think he may have rocked up on his own volition.
Oh.
They don't seem to it's not like he seems to be invited.
Well, there is guns pointed at him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just think he rocks up.
He does just rock up. That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
On
We're here to
behalf
serve or
of
whatever.
the US government or
Yeah, I
something.
don't know. But
Yeah, who the hell
interesting.
are you? Yeah, that is pretty funny. And it's Clay McLeod, so I was hoping to see him do some more stuff with Scream. So Agony's in this,
Yeah.
symbiote-wise, but
Because I was like, I'm not going to buy all these Devil's Reigns. I was like, I wasn't going to buy this one, and I'm like, because I'm like, this Thunderbolt's cool, I don't really care. Like, I like the Rhino, but, and I like Taskmaster, but whatever, right? But then flicking through when I seen the end, I'm like, oh, goddamn. Fine.
got me.
And I'm glad I did. The other one, Devil's Reign X-Men. This one, probably more interesting.
Yeah, I was just thinking, how do you outlaw superheroes when your power is just what you are?
Well, they had no like
And
devil whatever. Like it's like you have no jurisdiction over us.
Yes.
You know.
Well, there's because you know you got the trees, the gates,
Yes,
and then
yeah.
also the tree house is their base of operations in post Hickman, in the Duggan Avengers. So they got a giant tree house base in Central Park. So he's like sends the Thunderbolts to tell them they got to bugger off, or we're gonna Parks and Gardens are gonna come in and tear your tree down. And so Emma fixes that. Like, you know, we can play, you know, politics, you know,
Yeah.
playing it proper. But you get Flashback at the start of the book, and it's Kingpin using Emma in the old days, and Elektra. He's got 2 files, 2 jobs that he needs, and he's like, this one I'll send the Hammer basically to do this one, and the Velvet Fist to do this one. You're like, oh, how are they going to interact? It was more interesting.
Definitely want to read this one after you've read that one.
Yes. I think I did it the other way
I
around.
thought you may have.
so, embassy status?
Yes.
Okay, that makes
Right?
yeah,
What else is going to be?
yeah.
And which fits in the whole X-Men world. Because
Yeah.
it's Doug and Reitner who writes X-Men. So if you're checking out the X-Men stuff, I'd give it a flick at least, you know? Just so you know what's going on. But they both surprised me. They were good. Alright, next up. Bolero?
Valera.
Bolero, Nitin? What's Bolero? Tell me about the Bolero.
Blur.
I said it
Blur.
right. I'm not good at
I
talking.
bought it for the Jim and Food variant cover.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I know.
I wouldn't have bought it otherwise. It's a good book. I like what it is. It starts off in a flashback of 2 people meeting up and falling in love. That's like the flashback, and it starts off where they're broken up,
Yeah.
Sure.
and she's really not over it
Sad?
because she got broken up with, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And I think she's dealing with sobriety as well, because I thought that's what the story would have been, like more of a drama.
Yep.
And dealing with, you know, whatever. And then she gets in a club with another friend. She has a drink with a dude, end up having some fun in a car,
Mhm.
and he's like, and she's confiding in him,
Yep.
and he's like,
About the ex.
yeah, and just because she hadn't had a drink and she had a drink,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she just
Spill them.
and he's like, if you could live your life over again, would you? And she's like, yeah, immediately. And she takes him into. Did you flick through it?
No.
He takes her somewhere, and basically told like you've got 52 or
53.
you get it 53. You get a key. You can open any door
Mm-hmm.
53 times, and you go into another alternate universe, and you got 53 chances. You can stay there however long you like.
So she can try one and go, oh no, I don't like this one, and then go back out into the
Yeah.
lobby and try the next
Yeah,
one.
basically.
Is she the same age?
Yeah,
Or
she's
she
just
goes
the
through
same
door?
person in another
Same
universe.
person but different.
So in the first one, she goes through a door, ends up she's a man, like in a male version of who she was, which was like interesting.
Oh, that would be the most interesting.
Yeah, the
like,
whole thing is interesting.
You'd have to suss that out, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? Just the. I don't even mean the other.
It's a
like-
very adult book. I will say that there is a lot of adult themes and scenes.
Yes.
But like your life couldn't, like none of the other lives could be as different as that.
Which one's in the foot cover?
It's not there.
Oh, boo.
Those
I
is
don't know. If you're like a bird or something.
I'm pretty sure that's not an option, but you could be wrong.
There, if you look at this, this basically explains what the deal is. The AU, the alternate universe, the other page, the flyer
Yeah, the
page.
multiverse one.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
I thought it was an ad, I should have known it's in each notes.
No, it's-
It's a really interesting book. I might pick up the next issue to see where it goes.
Will you,
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
will
it
you
is.
definitely pick it up if it has a Mifud cover?
If it has a food card, definitely will pick it up.
Man, he would pick up a book done by Dave and you if it had him a food cover.
That is true.
He would.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
waiting
not
for
gonna
that.
lie.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was an interesting book.
Wouldn't have bought it normally.
Normally
Yeah,
no.
they're the best books
Yeah.
too, right? You know nothing, know whatever. And just like,
Definitely.
And generally, I don't really even read those books that I buy just for the food
course.
cover. Because I'm like, I'll
Issue
give
one.
it, I'll give it a
Yeah,
shot.
like if you did the
You've all
variant
done
for
that, right?
3,
Don't
worry.
that's just boxed away.
Yeah.
Totally get it. Alrighty. Probably book of the week for me.
Ooh.
Just I loved the
Damn, I should've read
vibe and that. Like it's not amazing. Like it's good and very interesting and whatever, but it's just the style and the thing. Silver Surfer Rebirth. The 90s team of Ron Mars and Ron Lim back on Silver Surfer like it's 1996 or something like that.
Like, just so many little details make this feel so 90s, down to the lettering.
Yes.
The lettering.
Like your credit page, your title page.
Your title credit page.
Your title page.
Yeah.
That's
It's got the border, and it's got
That's
Yeah.
cool.
the little synopsis up top.
so good.
Back
And-
to a Volkswagen.
Obviously, I like Silver Surfer, but I'm also a sucker for Genesisville, and like this is not Genesisville's greatest time. So it's set in the past, set back when they were doing Surfer. Basically, it starts out, and Captain Marvel's son Genesis, who was Legacy at the time, he's trying to save the Kree, fall into a black hole. Surfer comes and helps him. They go on an adventure. Space comic whammy jammy stuff happens, and Surfer's on an adventure with somebody else. Very interesting.
I've got it to read, haven't read it.
Okay.
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, what'd you think? Because you had never read a Silver Surfer book, correct?
Yeah, I
You've
don't
read
think.
Surfer in stuff,
Yeah,
obviously.
he showed up in stuff, but I don't think I've
Did you
ever
read
really.
Silver Black, the last one?
No.
That was excellent.
I think my closest experience with Silver Surfer was owning the tape of the cartoon.
Ah, that's a good tape.
It was. I loved that. I watched it over and over again.
Good
But
stuff.
yeah, straight away, first page, I got that vibe of like 90s.
Yeah.
The art's great,
It's romantic.
and yeah, it's just good superhero space fun.
Yeah.
Down, Dave.
Yeah, it's just good. Nostalgia, big time, but it was also not even just this look. It's just also obviously generally it's for the better, but the way comics are written now, obviously there's a lot better quality writing in general and stuff, but also everything's drawn out more and like this is a comic. A lot happens.
Yeah.
You get a cliffhanger last page. Yeah, it's more serialized. You come back next issue for the other one.
Yeah.
Where this is written as a like a one thing and it's just segmented. This is serialized.
Dave, you should read it. I think you can get a lot out of that one.
This one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was very good. Silver Surfer. Then it sold out.
I do want a fair share of books like that. Just,
Yes.
It's-
you know,
that's the
straightforward.
last
Yeah.
one. There's one left. That's that one on the shelf. So.
Oh, that's the last one left?
Come and grab it.
Be fast. Might be gone by the
Good
time
cover
it
too. Actually,
Actually, I'm getting some more.
I will say because I bagged her quite a bit. The Peach Momoko cover reminded me of the Silver Surfer black
Yeah.
covers, so I picked that
She
one up.
did a
It's really
background,
good.
so that's always a good plus.
Yeah, that helps.
Alrighty, next up on the pile, what do we got? Batgirl's number 2, you read this, Lee?
Yes.
This has the best colouring in comics.
It is great, isn't it?
The art's a bit cartoony, but the colouring just puts it over the top.
The art is what's selling me on
Yeah.
this book. I really love it.
Like, what's happening, there's some interesting plot points
Yeah.
and stuff.
And you've got some really cool villains in this.
Yes. Like,
They're
those
really
three
cool.
look...
They
the
look
designs
incredible.
are excellent.
Yeah.
So different than
Yeah.
the normal DC stuff. But
Got
just
like
the
a...
colours. Oh.
Reminds me of that Blade Doctor Strange that came out recently.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
same, very similar design.
Because it's like all neon.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a fan of neon stuff.
Yeah.
It's got this real kind of cyberpunk
Yes.
vibe, especially for those villains that show up.
Yes, big time. And, you know, like, it's a little light and
villains.
they're quippy sort of banter. Because the two leads are 20-year-old girls.
Yeah,
You know, it should be a bit like that.
Yeah.
like Broad City.
Yeah. But I'm really digging it.
Yeah, me too.
And, like, you're interested in... Okay, so they're on the run and they're hiding. But the little part of town they're hiding on, there's bad guys doing stuff. Robberies, cops, crooked cops. Serial killer that may or may not be a neighbour. Like, there's a lot of subplots going.
Yeah, there are actually.
Yeah. Right? When you think
Yeah.
about it.
Cloonan.
Including I like a fan of.
Mm.
Even when she did Conan for Dark Horse, it was a good Conan
Yeah.
book.
Oh, and at the time, people were like, bet
Yeah.
they're clean on a
Yeah.
Conan. Wow. Vagina.
Seriously.
No,
They-
very good. I highly recommend.
They have a muscle car
Yes.
that has Smash Mouth permanently stuck inside its cassette player. All-Star.
Of course.
Yeah. And it's permanently stuck in there. And then Cassandra's like, this song sucks.
Yes.
It was a single, was it?
Yes.
Never get annoying.
Yeah. Oh, and
There's no, you can't turn the
what about
volume
the
down?
ear piercing segment? So, like, first, the mission, they got walkie-talkies because Oracle's sending them out, but they're under the radar. She's been hacked, so they can't use her tech or whatever. So they got walkie-talkies. They lose the walkie-talkies in the fight, whatever. So the next mission, Barbara's made, like, earrings with stuff, and, like, Cassandra's like, I've got no ear holes. And, like, Stephanie's like, I can fix that. Boom. And she's like, assassins are supposed to take pain. It's fine. Just really dumb
into-
teenage
yeah.
girl sort of shit. It's just a really fun comic.
It is so much fun. And, like, the narration is really fun, too.
Yes.
Like, when she introduces, the car with Smash Mouth in it, she's like, it's got the song from the movie with the green man in it.
Yeah.
You know the one. You know the song.
Yeah, it's a terrible song.
Yes. The personality in the narration
Yeah.
is pretty uncommon. these
No, it's
days,
been a
right?
surprise book for me. A couple of issues in, I'm really digging it. Alright, next up, there's a big pile, so let's smash through this. Moon Knight, number 7.
Good book.
Great book.
Good book.
Great book.
Yeah.
Really good book. Stuff on a couple of fronts. Move along.
Yeah.
Like the Tigra stuff, that was excellent.
Yeah, and the big reveal at the end of who's sent her in
Yes.
while
Yep.
she's keeping an
An eye
eye
on
on
him.
Mark. She
Um,
call me Mark.
yes. The Zodiac stuff was cool.
Yeah. Well, that reveal as well with the with
Malfi.
the Malfi, exactly right. I also like the Tigra and the vampire chick, them like cornering 8-Ball and stuff. That was cool. Loving the art, the jaggedness of his cape and just the whole drawl around him. Nice little reveal there. So
This was a fill-in artist, right?
Yeah.
getting really deep. Can't wait to see where McKay's taking this because, really enjoying it so far.
Because the art in this whole series has been more comic-y and cartoon than we've been getting for Moon Knight in the last decade. You know, since the Ellis sort of Mr. Knight revamp, it's all been a bit more indie style art.
Very, like,
less,
still
less
very...
superhero, less Spider-Man.
Not very stylized.
No.
Yeah.
But, this is cool. I like it.
I really
Very
like-
frenetic in the fight scenes with the cape and stuff. It's just a good book.
Yep.
Like, it was a bit like the first issue was good. I think it was maybe issue 2 and 3, or 3 and 4. Maybe I was like, is this getting a bit samey?
Yeah, but
a
4
bit
or
spinning
5
wheels already.
is
Yeah,
when the other fist came in, and then you had
100%.
5 was the reveal of Zodiac and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really
Picked up out of nowhere.
no. I've enjoyed the ride so far. So
Yeah.
yeah, so far so good. Speaking of enjoying the ride,
Ah,
woo!
this book.
You nailed it
That
before.
picked
What'd
up.
you say before the podcast? It's the first time you wanted to read it and go.
Yes, I want the next issue now.
Yeah, bloody
First
hell.
issue, you were just like, what is this book? This is weird. It's not what I was really expecting. Weird in a weird way. Issue 2 was a little better. This best issue yet.
This is awesome.
The art, yeah. Utley
fire, man.
on Hulk just speaks on Hulk. Just
Yeah.
It's
perfect.
perfect.
Perfect. I still don't understand the whole Bruce inside him thing.
Yeah.
But I'm caring less because
Yeah, yeah.
the other Bruce, and what he's doing back page was excellent.
I realized in this issue, his helmet is kind of shattered, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can see the Hulk's eye. And there is a shot inside the quote-unquote bridge from Bruce's perspective where
Oh,
he's
yep.
standing in the bridge
Yes.
and the window of the ship
Yes,
is cracked and you
yes.
can see outside. It's really weird.
Has he Ant-Man himself and he's in
Yeah.
there?
So yeah, it'd be like this big.
I reckon it's like a metaphor. That's how I'm reading it. Like it's representing the Bruce personality is in control of the Hulk.
The way, like in the Immortal, they did the Black Room, sort of them
Yeah.
inside talking to themselves. In.
Because when you see it from the outside, Hulk's got an eyeball and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and did you see the cover for the next one with all the monsters?
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
on him.
We're gonna get Hulk fighting some monsters?
Yeah. Oh, just that one page of the Wolverine too, like, yeah, just a great little
And
nothing.
just stop.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, Banner. Yeah, so good. Keep ticking along. Bring it on.
Yeah,
Yes.
And you got a little bit of a teaser of what the El Paso incident.
yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
at the
yeah.
start,
beginning of the
yeah.
book.
And the other big bad there that's in the background in regards to another, well, I guess what you're thinking is another personality, perhaps, which could
It's
be
the Hulk. It's what you think,
which
right?
could be another transformation of Banner into the Hulk into this bigger thing. Yeah,
Dark Hulk.
talking of bigger things
Oh.
and conspiracies, and
This book is one of the best books on the stand.
it's almost book of the week.
It's-
Almost.
What is it called?
Regarding the matter of Oswald's body.
It's 3
I was
issues
getting to
in,
it.
and a lot of stuff has happened,
Yeah,
and it's so good.
and so fast,
that
but
last page
oh,
is so good.
bro. Okay, Fami, fill us in.
Please.
So there was an assassination.
No, you have to go before that.
Okay.
He's all inside presentation.
Oh Jesus.
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint.
Back
Okay,
into the
so they've kidnapped a young fella that they finally got after he escaped nearly 3 times in hilarious kind of ways in the second issue. Killed him.
Well,
Niall.
he sort of kills himself, doesn't he?
He's dead is the point.
Yes.
I wasn't going to get into that much of it, but yeah. The way that he died is very interesting, but he's dead. They were wondering why they had someone that looked like Lee Harvey Oswald dead. What the point of that was, and then the next thing we had was Jack Ruby shooting Lee Harvey Oswald while they're all there dressed as
Themselves.
nurses and
No, they're just in.
They just
Yeah,
But- and then they
Cowboy's
just-
got his thing on.
Oh, I
and
suppose
stuff.
then they just changed it. Yeah, no, they got in with the gurney and stuff, and they just took that off, and they were just hanging around. Hang on a sec, past that here. There was a couple of bits that I wanted to touch on because I read a lot of books this week. I love at the start where they're talking about. Oh, no, because there was the cola delivery.
Yes.
That's what that was
Dr.
because that's how
Pepper.
they had the
Yeah.
the casket essentially. That smells like death in there. So there was the stats at the start talking about the height difference, the hair difference, and then the mother. Did you read the bit about the mother
Yes.
wanting to go in and opening the eyes and saying it's a bit traumatic? She's like, I used to be a nurse. Yes, that's my son. I'm like,
Ooh.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
But then up in the coppers,
well,
you know.
and then the comment about it wouldn't have been old Lee. His shot's a bit dodgy.
Yes.
I wonder if it's going to be interesting if they show anything around what happened with Jack Ruby
Post like that.
post that, because that's got a lot to do with the what's his name, Ruby West. they're going to find, I guess, I don't know, it could be the regards of, because he went crazy. Like, he was in being held, and then someone went in to see him. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. And then he was crazy after that and couldn't get anything out of him. And he was like a television personality, everything. So there was something going on. But yeah, that last page, again, if you're reading it, you know what we're talking about. This book just gets deeper and deeper. It really does. Are you reading it, Dave?
No, I should.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
definitely
I'm
worth
probably waiting for the trade.
It's definitely worth the trade.
Yeah.
Reading it all in one hit, I think, would be a good thing. But still, month to month, it's...
Because there's a few ones I want as a trade.
Well, it's like there's a few more we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, like puzzle book and...
Because like it's an interesting
Amazing
concept,
side.
obviously, like the conspiracy in JFK and all, Lee Harvey Oswald and all that stuff. But it's the 4 characters.
Oh, they're great.
They're so good, right?
Well, because they're just so... The way they were brought together, and they are a little bit dumb.
Yes.
And the fact that every time... In the first issue, every time shit would go away, it was just... Oh, we'll just here's some more money.
Yeah.
Here's some more money. Oh, okay, we'll take it.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll just take more money. Yeah, so good.
Alright, Nitin. Crimson Cage.
Issue 2.
Issue 2. What's going on here? You read this?
Yeah, I haven't got to it yet.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
It just continues the story of Macbeth, right?
Yes.
Got it wrong last time. So yeah, he
Does the job?
does the job, becomes champ, and I just love the wrestlingness of it.
Oh, yeah.
I think I don't know how. Did you read the first issue, Dylan?
No.
I do.
I don't know how much you'll get out of it.
All of that
Extra
stuff
bit?
probably would have gone straight over my head.
I don't know how you do.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd enjoy it
Yeah.
without liking
If you're
wrestling.
not a wrestling
Yeah.
fan, yeah.
I think you can enjoy it. I just know if you get all the
Yeah.
references.
Terminology in that?
Not even like this. The what do you call it? How do you say it? Just the insider bits.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though we're
No, but yeah.
not really inside,
Yes,
but you know we know from watching wrestling pains all our life.
Because, like, it's very set in... It's not just wrestling. It's a certain specific
Yes,
era
yes,
of
yes.
wrestling.
Yeah, like
Okay.
70s territorial
Yeah,
wrestling.
Vince McMahon's taken over, basically. And that's...
Yeah.
Because that little line about...
Yeah. Circus up north.
Yeah. And, like, the dodginess of the NWA and...
Yeah.
we paid off some people.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
gonna, we're going to strip him of the belt now, put the belt on him,
And then that's when he
then
dies.
we can announce
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
dead
yeah.
tomorrow. Because it's just dodgy.
Mm.
So we're the mafia, basically. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's like, it's Macbeth.
Mm.
You've got the swamp spirits who did the prediction and stuff. And basically he's going to be dealing with, like, the guilt of him doing
Okay,
the
'cause he's
murder.
freaking out all the time,
that's, that was the point of Macbeth. Luke goes crazy because he, did a murder.
Yeah.
But,
And he starts capping some more people too.
he's got
I
wrestling.
assume that's going to happen.
You got Cowboy Bob Orton / Terry Funk
Yes.
at the end.
Nice.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I get to that.
No,
Yeah.
it's
It seemed
yeah.
like it ended abruptly, though.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It just seems like there should have been a page. It just ends with his wife, like, I just, I'm trying out a new look.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
She a piece of work, but...
That's it. She was in Macbeth.
Just back to Oswald's body for a sec. It was Jolly West that was like the interrogator. He's like a psychiatrist that worked with the CIA, and he was the one that got to Jack Ruby and then just went absolutely mental. There's a lot of stuff around him with the Manson murders and stuff as well, which was quite interesting. I think next book's almost book of the week. Maybe
Ooh,
one of the
it's
next
good.
two. It was really good. It was a real surprise.
Avengers 52. The Star Brand stuff finally going somewhere?
Well, that's probably part of it. The Deathlocks as well.
yeah.
Them really coming in and...
Because it's just the 2 Caps and the Baby Star Child, or Kid Star Child, Star Brand.
Yeah. There's
Steve and
not
Carol.
a lot to the book.
Nah.
But what you get out of it, you get her being the Star Brand child being a little shit of a kid,
Oh, yeah.
a real little
Yeah,
shit
she's
of a
very
kid.
unlikable.
But that kind of turns near the end.
Yes.
You also get a lot of Deathlocks talking about everything that's going on at the moment and dissing the 616 Avengers and everything that's going on in this universe at the moment, which is quite interesting. Quick evolution of a character by the last page.
Yep. The villains.
Well, yes, I was getting to that.
The villains.
So the villains are... So we've got the Masters of Evil from all the different multiverse universes. So at the moment in this book, We have the Ghost Goblin, which is Norman Osborn, that has these, instead of pumpkin bombs, they're skulls that are flaming, that are like a Ghost Rider skull flaming, that are green.
All the Ghost Riders he's killed in the multiverse.
Exactly right. Yes. And he was happy,
Such a great idea.
happy to get rid of as many bombs as he needed, because what it meant is he got to go and kill more Ghost Riders to get more bombs.
Wow.
And with him in this was the Black Skull, which is Venom and the Red Skull combined, and his banter between Cap, Steve Rogers' Cap, because Captain Marvel's also in this book as well, but the Steve Rogers Cap about him going across the multiverse, and he's just sick of killing Steve Rogers's, which was quite good.
But I'll do it again if I have to.
Exactly right. He's just, he's putting it in. Just got a lot out of it, and then when the shock and dismay of finding out there was a Starbrand in this universe, and then what Dylan's about to get to there. They're young one day, and then they just grow up.
A little bit of backstory too, like how, and like her mum,
Yes.
like her parentage lineage or whatever. That was interesting.
Very much so.
I gotta say, the way this opens is so good.
Yes,
With
yes,
the
yes.
funeral.
Yes.
How do you suppose he
That
puts
is
it down?
incredible.
It's
Easily?
Steve Rogers.
He's a super soldier.
He probably
Yeah, but like,
He's a super
Oh.
duper.
no. He'd
Yeah.
probably just go down,
Yeah,
down
kneels
with it, down
down.
on his haunches.
yeah.
It's Steve Rogers, man.
Who's in the casket?
Oh, I'm sure he won't
Just
screw up.
well, what did it?
Ah,
He was-
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's talking to the wife. He's like, you mustn't have fought with my husband. You're too young, and all this. Yeah, it's really cool.
He was great. Soldier.
Yeah, and she's like, I wanted, pallbearers, but everyone that he knew from the war is gone already.
Yeah.
So Steve
And
just
then Steve's like, well, not everyone.
carries it
And,
like a
then,
case.
and it's good because
Yeah.
like the Starbrand at the start is a very young girl, and she's like, "Why are we here? This is boring. This is crap. This is shit."
Far out.
And she's like, when Cap asks you to do something, you do something. And then they're out the front of another house, and she's like, "Oh, why we're this essentially why we're this shithole?" And he's like, "Well, this is where you grew up. This is your mum's house." And she's like, "Oh, so it's
Yeah.
a good reality check."
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
really good,
Very good.
really good book. Yeah.
Very comic book.
Very
That's
much
why,
so.
that's why I've enjoyed for the most part this Aaron run. I know some people do not.
Really?
And I can understand what they don't like about it.
What's the main thing that they're saying around it? Because I love it. I really enjoyed these 50 odd issues of.
A lot of the team lineup, I think, is part of it. A lot of the 1 million BC, 1,000 BC
Oh,
sort
really?
of characters and all that, like the Phoenix stuff, and
Yeah,
the
that's
Phoenix
got
is
Phoenix Pass did.
is a massive albatross.
And there's a couple of little bits there too with Moon Knight as well. That
Yeah.
Moon Knight taking
100%.
everybody out was a little bit.
It's far from perfect, but
Because
when it's
there's
good,
a
it's good.
chairperson, that's why.
That is a part of it for sure. But from some people, I'm definitely think some people would
The
like
chairperson, or there is a chairperson.
Just a chairperson in general.
who the chairperson is.
That's what I was getting at.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's always been a chairperson. For
that's what I was going
conventions.
to say. That's what you mean. Who the chairperson is. Right. Okay.
Justice League started
Wasp
with
was
the chairman.
chairperson.
Huh? Yeah.
Justice League of America started with
Yeah,
the chairman.
yeah.
It was Flash.
Because you've got to have a leader. Right?
Yeah, we need a leader.
Good.
Whether,
Wait, so
whether they
it's
call
not-
it chairperson or not, if there's a leader.
It's not Batman?
No, not in the Avengers, mate. It's not.
Alright, speaking of Batman, Robin and Batman issue 3. The finale of the Lemire and Robin originishness
Yeah.
book. Very good.
I read it,
Excellent.
finally.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, you hadn't read none.
No,
Yeah.
because I got all three of them.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I,
That issue 2 was excellent.
yes.
I think it's the best one out of the 3.
The breakdown of how he'd take down all the other
Yeah,
Titans
so-
was excellent.
I did like in this one, is it this one where Batman's like, he calls him son, he's like, I care about,
yeah.
I like that bit where
Yes.
he's not
Which
as
sees
hard as
him
he,
part. Yeah.
he actually does care for, but,
I love the bit like.
and like, you
stay
feel,
home.
Yeah, the Alfredness. Oh.
feel for the Croc,
Yeah.
even though.
See where the Croc's coming from.
Yeah.
but The Croc also missed what happened, so it's a jaded past because it's a false past because it's not like Dick had a great upbringing.
Yeah, I was.
You know
I didn't
what I mean?
expect, like, at the end of issue 1 or where you realise he knows who the Flying Graysons and this
Yeah,
kid.
2, wasn't it?
Or whatever. I didn't expect him to be going so hard.
Yeah, but he was gone by that time,
Yeah.
so everything he saw was
100%.
the fun part. So that's the problem. But
Yeah.
it was a tainted, like all villain stuff
Of course.
usually is.
Yeah, no. All in all, it was a really nice little 3 issues.
I love the art. I really enjoyed the art. The Croc. I know it wasn't how you normally used to seeing it, I guess, but Dustin Ewan, man, really enjoys art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very pretty.
I'll probably buy the trade.
Definitely recommend it. I'm really glad I purchased that series.
Well, you weren't reading it, Dylan?
I read the first issue, and then I forgot to read the second one, and then it sold out, I think, and then this one came out, and I was like, oh.
Packed a lot in for 3-issue run. I really,
Yeah.
I really.
But at the same time,
You
They
move
breeze
really
through.
very
He
fast.
really draw. He know. Sounds. It's going to be a weird statement. He knows kids. He writes kids well.
yes.
Like reading the different things that I've read in regards of and seen with Sweet Tooth and stuff like that. The Ascender series where it's those the young boy, the Timmy.
Yep.
Yeah, he writes kids well. Yeah. Like the angst, the teenage angst, and that kind of
I
shit.
assume because he also an artist himself, he also knows how to underwrite. You know what I mean?
To let the pictures
Yeah.
do half the work for
Yeah.
you, which is what they're supposed to do.
That's right. That's the point of the medium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody should tell vendors. So good. So good.
Go.
All right. Some more indie goodness.
Good. Indie good.
A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance number. What are you? 3, 4? 4. This book's really fun. Really fun.
Doesn't it just steps up pace
Yeah.
each book, and
You
it's
get
still
a little bit more.
Yeah, it's
A
still a
little
quick
bit
read, but you just
Oh,
it just
smash it,
opens
second.
up more and more in regards of what we're getting. See that? How quick did you read that?
I flicked through it the other day.
Yeah. So this one, you save the girl and they're driving away, and
Yeah.
they have to go
Spoilers.
back, obviously, because of the spoiler from the last issue, and then a whole nother chase ensues, and you'll see what happens.
That was so funny when she's like, just when he gets like run and get out, and he's like, I'll just follow them.
Yeah.
Idiot.
The Bum is the MVP of this. 'cause
Yes.
He's just
How
telling
funny
them
was
off.
he?
Oh.
So good. Now, what do you want?
Yeah.
That other serial killer dude, he's a creepy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just straight out filming. It's building well. Again, letting the pictures tell a
Oh,
really
yeah.
good story.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah,
Redeemer's
Because
not,
there is very minimal dialogue
Yeah.
in this book
but
throughout
it's
the entire series.
it's pace.
Oh, it's got some of the best storytelling art-wise going around at the
Yeah.
moment.
Couldn't agree more.
When you got like a word limit of 3 in the book,
Yeah.
you might as well.
I also think it's got a very storyboardy
Yeah.
style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can make
yeah,
a
yeah.
movie
Yeah.
or show out.
Well, I would
this
say
for
that's
sure.
the intended
Goal.
purpose of this.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Especially
goal.
if the
of
main
everything
character
in
looks
comic.
like Wong
If we don't see
from Strange.
a TV show or a movie, whatever, of New Burn,
I want to read you, yeah.
there was another one too. Not what's the other one?
Because New Burn's
What's the other Sadarsky? Stillwater.
Oh, yeah,
I reckon we get
yeah.
Stillwater down the track too. Those three, for sure. Especially New Burn. New Burn needs
Oh,
to
yeah.
be a TV show.
Halfway through that first issue, it's
The only
like,
thing
this
is
a
they'll
show.
stuff it.
Of course,
That'll be
of
shit.
course.
Yeah.
I forgot to buy this week, so I'll skip it. Defenders number 5, the big reveal. Was it a letdown?
No.
Ah.
It was. It was.
I just flicked through.
It was
I'll tell you
weird,
how it is
like a
right now.
letdown.
but it kind of brought a time loop cycle thing through, and you had the light and the dark of birth of creation fighting over the top of it. It was some crazy shit. But yeah, that Zotar with the Eternity Mask and the way Strange is written was really interesting because obviously this is a side offshoot, different timing. Well, not really even different timing, but he's dead. And he's not dead at the end of this. And when he kind of gets home, like, it's old school Wong.
Nah, they don't care.
So they don't give a shit.
Nah, they don't care.
And then the next page, it's Defenders will be back.
You know-
2022. I was like, hang on a minute.
They only care if they're going to use that something else to sell this book. It's the only time they care these days, right? Continuity wise. Oh, put a logo on to sell some more.
So, I enjoyed it. It dropped off a little bit. It finished interesting. I just love the way that this book was put together. The plotting and the art direction. You're reading boxes upwards on a double page spread, and I think the first page is upside down.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, the art's amazing.
It's not upside
The
down.
colour.
Though. You read it right way, but it's upside down. Yeah. Don't want to confuse you too much, Dave. So it's good. Finished well.
Alright, next up. Primordial, number 5. Oh, this was good.
This is kicking.
The last couple of issues I'd been a bit, I don't know about this book.
And it's exactly what it needed. A jump start in the future.
Yeah. So it goes to 2022,
2024?
24?
2 years from now.
The Soviet Republic of
Sweden.
Sweden.
Yes.
Yes.
The
Have a look at
2024.
the flag, Dylan. 2024. Okay, so the last book
Wow.
essentially finished where old mate died in her arms.
In the
and
secret Russian base.
in the secret Russian base. They realised that something was coming back. And then we saw from the other perspective, the dog and the monkeys, Leica and the monkeys, Abel, in the ship of some sort, moving towards home. And so now,
We had a big time jump.
big time jump. And
She's an old lady.
really old lady, a daughter, 2024. And trying to get back to that secret bunker, essentially, to
Because asteroids coming or whatever they think's coming.
something's coming from outer space. And the look of it, when you see it, is quite strange. And
But then you also like the end. You're like, what now?
typical military.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like this book.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where it's going to go from here. But yeah, the next page. Yeah, I don't know. It's
Because the first issue was excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Issue 2 was okay. The last couple were a bit. I'm like, where's this sort of
It's
going?
treading water.
Yeah, which in a mini annoys you a bit more.
Yeah.
Ongoing series Treading Water, I get.
Mm-hmm.
You got to line
But I
up
don't
stuff.
think I think we saw in previews it's up to issue
Great.
7 and there was no look of stopping it. So I don't know. We'll have to have a look.
It's got to stop because they got their other books coming.
There's,
I know he's a bit of a machine.
there's a lot
God
of
damn.
horror. There's a lot of horror coming.
Oh.
You can see the back of that book. There's
Yeah.
a lot of horror
Oh.
coming.
The Black Orchard or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Alrighty. Last in our pile anyway. Venom number 4? Venom number 4.
So another Ram V book essentially.
Yep. Dylan Brock.
Yeah, all Dylan
Oh.
fighting. Oh, mostly
Yeah.
fighting. Who was that?
Alchemax.
Yeah, but was it called Wand Dish? Was it a stupid name? It's got a really dumb name.
Yeah.
That suit. The guy in the suit. Yeah, but
So-
fighting. Yeah, Liz.
Spearhead.
Yeah, it was Spearhead.
Spearhead.
Yeah, Spearhead. Jesus Christ. So essentially, you've got Dylan. Dylan's been separated from the Venom symbiote. Venom symbiote's getting hunted down by Spearhead. Jesus Christ.
Sleeper's locked up.
Sleepers, leaving the trail, which is cool. There was a really cool bit where Dylan was yelling out. He was in this bit where there's a couple of different symbiotes around and yelling out to Eddie. And Eddie kind of combined these symbiotes all together to try and speak to him and to say what he needed to do. Yeah, Dylan's
Yeah.
on that page now. And that was some really cool Finch art.
It was a nice use of what they set up in that first issue with him having been able to jump into any
right.
symbiotes.
Exactly right.
That then has gone nowhere because we haven't seen any more of that.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, that was cool.
And then, at the end of the book, you get a couple of big reveals from, I guess, the first issue, the end of the first issue. That kind of ties together a little bit more what's going on. Venom's legs have separated on the logo.
Yes.
So it was 8 legs, 4 on each side. It's now 3 legs and then another set of legs lower. So essentially what they're trying to do at Alchemax is every time they attack the Venom symbiote without a host, it changes its biology. So they're trying to see, they just keep whacking the shit out of it to see what it turns into.
yeah, what's the next form?
And they've got this massive beast called Bedlam, which they're about to unleash. I don't know about this thing. I'm sure we're going to get a backstory on it, but it just looks like...
He's a big boy.
It just looks like Ram V's going, let's just throw something massive
Yes.
in there. He's massive, yeah.
Big
So
boy.
it looks like next issue was Space Brock.
Yeah.
So hopefully we might get some Al Ewing stuff.
Yeah. Oh, because you got 2 writers and you've only really had 1.
Exactly.
Really. So I want to see what that other one's going to bring.
But I'm enjoying the book. The art, I'm really enjoying. Finch is doing a great job.
Hitch.
Hitch.
Yeah, that's hell. First couple issues, like, oh, this is best looking Hitch I've seen in a while. Now I'm like, yeah, it's just Hitch.
Yeah.
And it's the colouring. All the Hitch books look the same.
Yeah, he's always had that
They're all
colouring.
coloured the
Washed out,
same.
kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
It all just looks like the Ultimates. It all looks like the Authority. Ugh. It's not pretty.
Fair enough.
Anybody read anything else?
That was it for me.
I read She-Hulk. That came
yeah.
out this week.
Yep.
It was an interesting book.
Yep.
It just sets up Jen's life after
Been a
giant.
Hulk.
Yeah, where she can turn back and forward now.
She always could.
Could you?
Oh, not recently.
Not
thought-
recently, no.
When
But
she was overpowered.
Classic She-Hulk,
but-
yes.
Yeah.
Could you? Oh, I've never
Whenever she wanted.
Yeah, I'd never really
She
read
just-
any of 'cause
generally she stayed as
She-Hulk.
green.
Yeah,
Because she liked it.
yeah.
It was
Gave
meant
it
to
that-
be, like a reverse of the whole Bruce Banner situation.
Because it gave her that confidence boost, which,
Mm.
as the lawyer part of her helped, and she just liked it more.
Mm.
Having some,
It's hot.
Yeah. So yeah,
What?
she's got no
Arguing.
house. She's only got one suit. She's working out of a closet essentially, but for somebody who doesn't want to face her in court.
Yes.
So she hired her
Yes.
as a lawyer or whatever she's going to be
Yeah.
doing. Her life is basically not, I won't say trash, but basic from where she used to be. I feel like she's got a giant set of keys. She doesn't know what most of these keys are. I think two of these are for the Fantastic car.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny. I dig it because it's just because this first issue just set up her status in the universe
Yes. Oh, and like the not having stuff. It's not even just because of what's been happening the last few years. I was just thinking, general. It's definitely a chick that's hit 30
now.
and realized, oh shit, what have I really done with my life? I ain't got nothing.
Well, that's the thing where Titania
Yeah.
meets her in the street. Is like, let's rumble.
Yeah.
So she's like, I got to take my suit off. I'm like, I've only got one suit.
Yeah.
So she turns into She-Hulk to have a fight, and she's like, Titania's like, oh, I've got a house with my husband. It's like, more than I've got basically. And they set up like,
Are they best friends now?
essentially,
Yes.
they're gonna just, they sort of set up like they're just gonna meet in
When
a,
they need to
in a
get it
car
out.
park when they and just punch it out just because it makes them feel better. Just to punch it out.
And who else can they fight?
Yeah.
Love it. Very
He's
cool.
like, yeah, you're the only one I can let loose on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Which was, I liked.
Yeah.
And I think at the end she moves in with into Wasp's.
Which is
Random-
old.
Yeah,
A flashback to the old series. She used to live there before.
yeah, no, but that's.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean.
Oh yeah.
She's moved back in.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah,
all
yeah.
her stuff's still there.
Yeah.
Because Jen has just left it empty.
Yeah.
Waiting for Jen to come back,
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah, so yeah, she moves into the Wasp's one of Wasp's apartments.
Because it was good,
Where
because you
she used
don't
to
get
live.
enough mentions of Wasp being rich.
Yes.
I think it's a very
just-
forgotten part.
yes.
That she's a socialite.
Yeah.
Rich little rich girl.
Can't wait for Sex in the City to come back, man.
It's back.
No, it's very much like that.
Oh, yeah, I'll be that.
Well, that's
But-
what the book is, yes.
I liked it. I'll continue on maybe the first arc to see how it keeps going. I may not continue with it for the rest of the book, but it's Marvel. They'll probably cancel it in 6 months.
It's pretty funny. This is
Well,
watching
maybe
that.
after the TV show.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably the reason. I don't know. I liked it. It just set
It was
up.
fine, it was a bit plain.
it was plain, but just setting up her status in the universe. At the
Because we got
moment,
shorter on
right
the
now.
real covers, but we got a couple of variants in that we had a sneaky read of. Trying to track some down replacements. But
I like the art. It's just bright and simple.
It's one of those. It's life. It's a Hawkeye slice of life type of modern Marvel comic.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's what
Trying
I
to
got.
be
When I
niche.
flicked, that's definitely what I got.
But that's also what She-Hulk was a lot like that in her old days, like the John Byrne stuff.
Oh, and it was
you
a
know?
great reveal at the end of a character
Yes.
who
Yes.
rocked up. So I want to see where that's
Where that
going
goes?
because
Yes.
that's the first time you've seen him since he died.
It's assembled.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Certain
Hit a big heart.
card-based
Yeah,
character.
Yeah.
Also read the Noctera Blacktop special.
Yeah, I was like,
Really good.
did you give? Is it an origin of Blacktop?
Sort of.
Without giving away much,
Yeah.
I would imagine.
He was essentially his backstory is he was the hitman for hitmen.
Cool.
So he was who the mafia or the underworld would hire to kill other hitmen who were just
Yep.
you know, and that was his job. But his passion killing was killing people who had survived like accidents and stuff that normally would have killed him.
Ah.
So if the plane crashed and there were
Yeah,
survivors,
yeah.
he
You
would
go, Final
would-
Destinations. And
basically, and you make it look like an accident. That was his passion kills.
cool.
So yeah, it's basically and other stuff about like just about him. It's not too much detail about his backstory. It just introduces who he was and that he's just a sadistic killer. It was interesting, you know, just a little story about him.
Yep.
And the new arc starts next month or so soon
Yep.
for Nocterra. So can't wait.
Yep.
I read the Wastelanders Doom.
Yeah, how
That
good
was
it?
freaking
I'm
great.
trying to tell you last week how good it was.
Yeah, I didn't have time to read it last week, but it was so great. It's the first thing I read this today.
Both chick reveals were excellent.
Yes, that was excellent.
Still on the shelf?
Yeah.
Okay.
The knitter.
I think
Who the
yes.
knitter was,
Yeah,
that
grab
was
one.
excellent.
Yes. I think it was the best one.
Oh, I didn't read any.
I
others.
enjoyed all of them except the Wolverine, to be honest. But I think that Doom one was,
It's very.
just a great little single issue.
Because I've enjoyed that whole universe.
Yes, same.
Like, I've read them all. Like, I haven't read these Wastelanders, but I've read everything else with, like, Old Man Logan, Hawkeye,
Before Wolverine.
Star-Lord. And they're all awesome. So, yeah, I don't know why.
I
you
just
picked this
like
up.
when Doom is written well. So some people write Doom not as good.
Oh no, you got to get the right nobness level.
Yeah.
Like,
Same with Namor. All of those really cocky characters, arrogant. Like, arrogance is hard to write without you not
Making
caring.
yeah.
cocky characters at the end of that, when Eddie's trying to talk to Dylan in Venom, he was like, I can fix this, Kang was wrong.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
like, ooh,
yes.
okay, nice. His best friend Kang.
Yes. The what now?
Yeah, pick this up.
Yeah, that's
I'm
great.
gonna mention something in there.
I'm pumped for this Maestro World War M.
Yeah.
That Peter David trilogy's been, well, this is the third of the trilogy, was great.
I did like the where he's giving up his
Festival.
memories
Yes.
and he's like going with Valeria. He's
Yes.
like, no, I'm keeping
Can't have
that.
that one.
Yeah, I love because that's a victory over Richards. That's
The best.
He loves. That's the
And
best thing he's ever
It shows you that little bit of good person still
Yes.
in them too, because like she was just an innocent baby.
yes.
She didn't deserve to
No,
die.
I think it was more he wanted to take the victory over Richards,
of
which
course.
is the core of that. But he does care for
But
Valeria.
he does, right? He still
Yep.
they've always done them as a relationship.
Godfather, yep.
Black Widow next, that's interesting. Is
Yeah,
that out?
yeah, that's out too.
Okay.
That was great. That was the lizard one. We looked at that last week.
Yes.
And I finished with Darkhold.
Yep.
I have no idea what it is.
Did you end up reading it? Nah.
Because I didn't read any of the
You didn't
trial
need
of
to.
Magneto,
Yeah. I
but
don't think
apparently
matters,
it
really.
contradicts.
Oh,
both
yeah,
of
sorry,
them.
that, yes, it does.
So I don't know what happened there, because it,
Because the Scarlet Witch stuff. Yeah.
the Scarlet Witch stuff, because she takes in the book in herself,
Yeah,
and she's
and
got
she-
the Darkhold stuff,
But-
like
and then-
control of
And
it.
then off she goes.
Yeah, and she's, I don't know, because I don't know what happened in this trial of.
She
Magneto.
died in the first issue, and she came back as an old lady in the second issue, and then she actually came back as a real lady in the third issue. And she's not dead by the fifth issue. That's about it.
Yep.
She hugged her kids. And Magneto didn't kill her.
Okay.
That's about it.
Who killed her?
She killed herself, maybe? It sounds stupid. It wasn't very good.
So, yeah. Darkhold.
She was making the kaijus that just one random issue. Issue 3 had a kaiju battle.
Those
That she
one
was
shots in the middle of the Alpha and the Omega were pointless.
Well, that's sort of what I thought. That's why I
Well,
didn't
no, well,
buy
you had to
them.
get the evil versions for them and all that other, but it still made no sense.
No, but
No,
they weren't the same characters.
But even that though, the say that they were pointless, the whole Darkhold thing was pointless. Like they
no, I
didn't-
think they have an idea.
Oh, they're building to something, but I
because
don't think it's gonna be
Darkhold's
good.
in this.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Darkhold's in this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
But no.
they've got an idea for Darkhold.
Yeah, but it's not good.
It just seemed like those one shots.
The idea for
had nothing to do.
Darkhold is the movies and Marvel Studios are doing Darkhold stuff. We've got to put Darkhold in stuff. That's the idea they've got for Darkhold.
Scarlet Witch, a little bit, not enough though.
Yep. We don't know. We're not sure what they're doing yet, so
Is
we'll
that-
just have a little bit.
Darkhold
So would that be
Yes.
the book that she's supposed to be reading in End of One?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'm pretty sure they
Yeah,
stated.
it's mentioned.
Okay.
somewhere,
Did
right?
they? Okay.
Right.
I don't remember.
It was a while back.
But yeah, that pointless. I think it's just to establish Darkhold
Yeah,
and Scarlet Witch.
for sure.
Pointless. Those one shots were pointless. Like the Spider-Man was good, but the rest of it.
I ended up reading that Spider-Man one. It was good.
Anyway,
Keeping
that's all I
everyone
read.
together and Doc Ock with his arms and jaw falling off. And...
Dave,
No, nothing.
Dylan,
That was it. That was it for me.
Legendary input as ever, Dave.
Yep.
Love it.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got
that was a big stack of comics. It was a big week, bigger week than I thought.
massive.
2 weeks in a row, big ones. Reading too much stuff.
I read
Too
them.
much quality out there, people. Get on board.
And a lot of the quality is independent,
Of course.
which is awesome.
Yeah, it's good to see.
Okay, we've got some trailers to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
First up is Moon Knight. Before we get into that, pretty tragic news. Actor on the show. I'm going to try my best on his last name.
Good luck.
Gaspard Ulliel. He passed away in a skiing accident.
Oh,
right?
is that the French guy?
37.
I saw the headline. I didn't realize he was in Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So I didn't read the article. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're like, man, biggest job of your career, and then
He's 37.
Yeah.
shame.
Yeah,
Very
big
much
shame.
so.
But yes, the trailer did drop, and that looked pretty damn good.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
We saw Conju.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
saw the staggering. Oh, yeah, it looked menacing.
Very psychological, and I was
Yeah, it's
I wasn't sure how hard they'd go
I did,
for that.
for the readers of Moon Knight, probably noticed there may have been, and hopefully we see it, but there may have been a personality missing. Miss Lockley, the cab driver, but hopefully we might see that down the track in a shorter version, perhaps, or it might come on down the track.
Well, me and
perhaps.
Dylan were talking. I was like, that might be maybe he kept for later, if not second series, if they or whatever. Because that's he uses him more as Moon Knight, because he that's how he gathers his intel and stuff,
true.
right? So he might not really have a place yet because he's not quite Moon Knight. I don't know.
Cool.
But yeah, 100%.
Cool.
Because I was not quite sold on the portrayal of Stephen Grant, not being the playboy thing, because he's just this nerdy sort of dude. But I'm like, but if it did a traditional Stephen Grant, he's just maybe too samey as Stark.
Yeah.
So
I think
something
so.
different. And I'm
Yeah.
like, if that's part of their reasoning, I'm down. Plus, is that a fake? It's Moon Knight. You don't know, right? What's real, what's not real.
Very much so.
He's beating up a werewolf.
Damn
That
right,
was
he's beating
awesome.
up a werewolf.
Although,
Even if that's not like Jack Russell and whatever, and that's just a nice little throwaway.
yeah,
Because
Again,
That's where
Because the way
well,
he's-
that's where he
the way-
debuted was
Yeah.
Moon, Werewolf
Yep.
by Night. Yeah.
and then he's probably just beating up someone random.
Yeah, 100%.
He thinks
He's a werewolf, 100%.
Yes.
I'm really keen to see Ethan Hawke as Kevin Bacon. That's
Yes.
amazing.
Ethan Hawke.
I love that when he come out and everyone bowed and he's there with the white hoodie. That just if we get the white suit and but I don't mean and the wrapping and everything that looked cool, but if we get the white suit down the track, that's what's really gonna shine because that's gonna that it's easy to pull off in comic books because it can be drawn easily, but to pull that off in real life to look that cool.
It
white
depends
suit,
how you want it.
Clean.
Do you want it?
the white clean and the mask.
Yeah.
The mask does for the mask not to look silly just in the suit.
Do you want tatters?
Not. It depends. Like
Which costume are you talking about?
I'm talking. I'm
Like the Finch Moon Knight, I think.
No, he's thinking like Mr.
The white
Knight.
suit.
I'm talking
Oh,
Mr.
Mr.
Knight,
White
Like-
Ellis when he's in the psychiatrist
yeah.
and
Yeah.
It was in there.
So
Free piece.
Yeah.
Suits.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So but
Can we talk about the actual suit then?
yes,
Yeah.
The bandaged mumminess is a cool idea.
Yes.
I think that looks really cool and a nice visual. It coming out of him, I'm like, okay.
If that's real, if it's not real,
Right.
that could
That's-
make
yeah,
or break
that's
it.
That's the whole
Yes.
thing. Around,
Yeah.
and that's where you got to.
What's
For
real
people
and
that
what's
haven't
not.
watched or this is their first entrance into Moon Knight, everything being a schizophrenic split personality. You don't know what's real. Even when you're in the book, you sometimes got to go back and read the book again because you're like, shit, what was real in that book? What was actually happened and what was him imagining it? Because it just flicks and changes so much. And we're going to get, like you saw that where he was driving the car and he was falling into a pyramid. And
Yeah.
then your Dr. Doom.
No.
It's
It's
not
not.
even touching
Categorically,
that.
it's
We're not even
not.
talking about it. Stupid. So yeah, there's going to be a lot
Idiot.
of that schizophrenic, not knowing where you are for 1 second, Inception style
Yeah.
shit that we've seen work so well with Doctor Strange as well.
Some real cool shots of him in the museum walking away, but his reflection stays
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Turn the light off, and then Moon Knight's in the mirror.
I think my favourite bit is on the phone, and it's like, oh, Mark, thank God. It's like, who's Mark?
Yes.
Why,
Yeah.
why
Where
did
he
you call me
found that
Mark?
phone
Yeah.
and everything hidden in the wall and shit. Like,
Why did you call me Mom?
Yeah.
That
Yes,
accent is terrible.
Oscar
Yeah.
Isaac rocking.
Oh, it's
Why is it called now? And like,
it's Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's
Dick
Van Dyke.
Bang bang.
Oscar Isaac's rocking the Cockney accent.
Oh.
Yes.
Hey, Governor.
Have you seen there was the room? It was like, why'd you call me Mark? Oh, hi Mark. Why'd you call me Mark?
And that'll be interesting if Mark Spector doesn't have that same accent. If he has an American
American,
accent,
yeah, 100%.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That's
For sure.
that's
Yeah.
the
One,
way it should work.
It's
that
a
was
good-
my thought for sure.
I was going to say visual, but it's not really visual. But like on screen presence
Yeah.
to tell
Yes.
the audience to differentiate.
Yeah,
It's a very good
Just put a
idea,
different
right?
voice on.
So March 30th, I think I saw.
yeah.
I thought what was also really cool was the poster they released.
That was
the
awesome.
blade of the moon,
Yeah.
the crescent moon
Yeah.
in the hand with the wrapping.
Yeah, had some
Woo!
bit
Big
of blood on
question.
there.
Are we going to get to see him cut off somebody's face?
I doubt
I
it.
don't think so.
Damn!
I want it,
That's what
but I doubt
want.
it.
Just
We
cut
might.
Bushmaster's face off.
Maybe not off, but we might see some crescent moons carved.
Yeah, oh yeah, for
Which
sure.
I'd be
Yeah.
happy to see. But yeah, off.
Cut a
probably,
face off.
maybe if it was Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was-
back in the day.
If it was Netflix,
Cut a face off. That's what I want. That's all I want.
As long as they do it better than we saw in the Ray Stevenson Punisher movie with Jigsaw,
Oh.
where he just looked like a weird mummy, and the dude from The Wire. Yeah, that was a good
back.
movie, but he was terrible.
It's better than
villain.
Tom Jane one.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that Kevin Nash fight scene is sensational.
Yeah, I'll take Tom Jane over that one.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
that Ray Stevenson.
I've been meaning to watch that.
The
one
Jigsaw
again.
stuff's just
Wasn't.
terrible.
Yeah, but
Terrible.
the brother was good.
Nah,
It
terrible.
was excellent.
The
Bill.
dude jump parkour and getting friggin' exploded by a rocket launcher.
Yes.
Yes.
That was excellent.
Oh, just the start. There's no talking for the first 15 minutes, and it's him just hanging from his ankles on a chandelier, just spinning, just killing a whole mafia family. Sensational.
I remember one scene from that Punisher Warzone where he literally punches someone's face in, right?
Yes.
With his bare hands.
Yeah.
He punches it and it goes.
He's just a Punisher.
Yeah, come on, man.
That's his superpower. Infinite rage.
In between, you need to merge those two movies together to make a good Punisher movie.
Okay, next up. Nitin's very excited to talk about this. Trailer for the Cuphead Show on Netflix.
I am not.
What's your problem with old school animation?
freaks
It
him out.
freaked me.
You
It
don't
freaked
like
me out. I
Robert
don't like
Like-
it. I don't
Just when
like.
it's modern stuff trying to look
No,
like
I
that?
just even the
Full
old
stop.
ones. I don't like it. I don't like
Yeah.
the motion of it, like where they move all in unison and just the entire.
So do you hate the end of Roger Rabbit?
No, but that's different. That's like, that's not the entire thing. It's not that.
What about Animaniacs?
That bit
That's
is where
different.
they're all...
Well,
Animaniacs is nothing like
I
that.
know, but it's close.
And it's
No, it's
overall
not.
the
So, like,
overall
close.
style as well, right?
The overall
Steamboat
style, I
Mickey.
don't like
Yeah.
the faces on everything.
Oh, yeah,
I just don't like the animation
you
style.
wouldn't
It
wanna
freaks me
be
out.
on any
So I will
hallucinogens,
not be
eh?
watching it.
That's what I liked about
Yeah,
that
I
trailer.
loved it. I loved it.
This looks
I want to
amazing.
get the game. My mate,
game.
everyone always
Game will-
talks the game up, and
Yeah,
it
you will
reminds me of
hate
that
it
game
because-
from
It sounds too hard.
in
It
Wayne's
is-
World where there is no second level because you just can't get. It gets so hard.
It
you
is.
just
It
can't
is
get past
apparently very hard.
Yeah.
It is so good.
My mate
I
Evan
love
talks
it.
it up all the time.
Yeah.
I've got it on Switch and I probably don't play it as much as I should have because it
You
scares
just-
me how hard it is.
Oh, it rages you.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's what he says.
it looks fantastic. It's got fantastic soundtrack with piano and old school kind of stuff.
So pumped.
All the dialogue in the game is kind of like churned up to make it sound a bit old school.
Yeah.
It's a great game and stylistically it's perfect for an animated show.
I watched the whole trailer. I was just freaking out. Like, nope, nope. I didn't know something about it. I just don't like. It just creeps me out.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I just don't like the
Yeah,
animation
right.
stuff.
Everyone's afraid of something.
Okay, another animated. It wasn't really a trailer. It was like a clip.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this existed. The Boys, Diabolical.
I heard it was coming,
Yeah.
but didn't know
Yeah.
anything about it, and didn't really want to know until I saw a trailer or saw the actual program.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
still don't know what we're gonna get.
Yeah, it's
Is that
animated
anthology?
show. Oh, maybe.
Anthology, I
Imagine
thought I
only
read.
like 10 or 15-minute episodes. or
Yeah, that
something.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
But didn't you say
Jeez,
there
how good did Boys do for Amazon? Because you got this animated series.
Yeah.
There's a spin-off live action show coming,
Yeah.
and like they're not the cheapest show to make.
And third season on its
Yeah,
way, very
like,
close to being on its
obviously,
way. We should get that maybe
ratings
April, I
were
reckon.
massive.
We'll get that early this year, I reckon.
It is a market that no one has touched, really.
Well,
You know?
comic book property for Amazon in the last couple of years has been gold. Like, look at what Invincible's
Yeah.
also done
Yeah.
for them as well.
Yeah, yeah.
They've really nailed
But
some-
they've got that.
The
Them-
kind of hard edged
Yeah.
side.
Yeah,
of-
hard
yeah.
edge, like uncut stuff, you know? Like, just.
like South Park. Bigger, longer, and uncut.
Mm.
Yeah, that would.
Sounds
I know.
good.
Yeah, we didn't get much out of it, but going to be interesting.
Yeah.
in regards to the 15 seconds that we got. But
It looked nice. It looked very like 60s inspired. The
Good
whole
wholesome.
style of
Very
it.
wholesome.
Very wholesome. Just a baby blowing up some people's heads. All good.
Dog.
wasn't that similar to what happened in the book, where that's what Butcher was holding the
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's good stuff.
Okay.
more trailers. Is that it?
No, I think that's all the trailers. We're going to get into the shows we watched.
Yes.
The rest of us caught up on Peacemaker.
So, yes.
So,
I must say I'm very glad that I did. Well, Dave watched 2 episodes.
I'm 2, so I'll probably watch the other 2 tonight.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I wanted a full conversation about the butt babies. Dave's not going to be able to join in.
Go.
No, we can't, because you just need to see John Cena explain it and talk about it, and the way that it all went down it's beautiful.
All right.
I'm loving the show so far. I'm loving it.
Can't get enough.
I
Yeah.
can't. Yeah, like I watched it. Like I think I
Well,
watched the
clearly
first
you can.
episode again, and then
Yeah.
the second one, and it's like, yeah, I'm not skipping the starting credits.
Oh, no, I watched it twice and then I skipped after that. Because the second time I'm like, that's the same.
I will never
Next
skip it.
No, it's
Nah.
Never.
Ah, nah, I skipped it. I think I was like, sorry, James Gunn. Skip it. Should have
why-
changed it up if you wanted my attention span.
Why are there opening credits anyway?
exactly.
In,
That's the
like,
whole. That's what he
common-
wanted. That was the whole point.
No, but like in common, like
Because he
no, just why?
In
why
general?
is that? Yeah, why is that the convention? I guess it's so people can hear, like if they're in another room. It's like, okay, cool, it's time.
Well, it stems from just the
Filling
blunt fact of telling you who made the movie. That's where it all comes from. You got names that come up.
Yeah, who's in it?
Eventually,
who
let's
directed
put
it,
music.
who
Oh,
paid
let's
for it.
Yeah.
The movie and television series, especially the movies in the old, like it's built on the star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
how
at the start,
movies.
they go, Alan Alda is in MASH, and you go, oh, Alan
Bang.
Alda's in this. I'll watch this
That's
show.
what they put on the
Yeah.
marquee.
Yeah.
Plus, yeah, the
Tom Cruise is whatever.
and
right?
the theme tune, the tune,
No arguments.
the the opening theme. Yes, you'd hear it on TV. Oh shit, MASH is
Yeah.
about to start. Or Simpsons is
Yeah.
about to start. I'll go and sit down and watch Simpsons. So that would be a part of it as well.
It's just branding.
Yeah, I know.
And it's
And it's
excellent.
also using time as well. Like you don't have to film an extra 5 or
Oh, for
Oh.
sure. But you know,
3 minutes.
Most
you know?
people would want the extra. Some
Oh, they would.
well, that's
but
why
like,
they've become less and less of a
That's
thing.
right.
yeah.
You just, yeah, Simpsons. Poof.
Yeah.
You know, you tell it was going to be a lot of episode if you got
Yeah,
bang,
but
car.
straight
into
to the
the
car,
garage,
yeah.
straight to home and right
Yep.
into the yeah.
Yeah, ooh, good episode coming. Mate.
So you're 2 episodes in.
Yes.
So there's a lot revealed in that 3rd episode. That's why they did the 3 in the one go, I reckon, because
Okay.
the end of that 3rd episode, you kind of get exactly what's happening, and then what you get in the 4th episode is some of the best jail shit talking
Oh, that
Oh.
one was
to
so
a
good.
white supremacist that you will
Mate.
ever see in your life,
Yeah.
talking about how the black man created rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Holy shit!
I have to watch that again.
Oh, it's
So
so
did
good.
I.
It was amazing.
It's so good.
That's why it needed to be the first thing I spoke about, because
So
it just the balls and the veracity,
confidence.
and the confidence that he spewed at that table in jail
Yeah.
He's my favourite character
Vigilante.
on the
to
show.
the
truth.
T1000
Yep.
was amazing.
He's the
The
MVP.
truth,
Yeah, favourite character on the show by far.
He's
Oh,
so
fuck,
good.
Yeah.
And man, I love
And
Harry
they're gonna walk
Potter.
again.
Love Harry Potter. The missus loves Harry Potter. We had no idea that this guy was from Harry Potter. The actor.
Still there.
That makes all of it.
Wrong audience, dude.
Wait, is that the first
At
guy he
least-
sees in jail when he first goes in?
No,
No,
Vigilante.
that's Vigilante.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I didn't watch any of that garbage.
Good, he's
What was he? Sorry, come on, let's just let it. What was he in Harry Potter?
He was Cormac McLagan.
Oh, God.
Yes, of course.
Oh.
Of course, Cormac
From the
McLagan.
McLagan clan.
Because he's like a
Spelled with a K.
he's like a jock, right? So he's like a cool guy kind of
I
jock.
found it
So
interesting.
I look at pictures of him now after I know it. I'm like, that is not the same person.
Because
It's
I'm
great.
like, when I'm watching it, I'm like, he's pretty built for the nerdy sort of one. But then I'm like, wait, he's probably a decent sized man.
Yeah.
He
Just next to
he's
John
just
Cena. Like, right?
Like everyone.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Yes.
It's like Billy Gunn.
Yes.
He's a gigantic man,
Hulk
but,
Hogan. He's the size of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
but normally you wouldn't
Don't think of
notice
it.
because everyone else was bigger.
Yes.
But anyway,
Well, wait, so
Um,
I haven't seen his face yet, eh?
You have.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have.
yeah.
You have.
you have.
in the...
Yeah.
First episode.
The
You'll see.
Spoilers.
Alright,
The
You want
vigil-
spoilers?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, as soon as I saw him dancing, I was like, "That's Vigilante."
The one in the
The nerdy restaurant
dumpster
guy.
in the back.
Yes.
and
Yes,
it's like,
yeah. The
Oh,
abortion
very-
Yes, yes, yes.
was he supposed to be a talking bush?
Why are you excited about that?
Oh,
It's
we
like-
having a
I'm not coming to your report.
Yeah. How did we not talk about that last week? Jesus.
Well, the other thing, like
Christ.
last week we didn't talk about the Doll Man reference, which was awesome.
Yes.
And this one, Matter Eater Lad reference.
Yeah, so
I
cool.
love it. He just James was like, I'm just gonna mention
Oh,
all these
bro, the
dudes
show is just.
because apparently DC weren't happy with the Batmite
No,
reference.
they won't.
What?
I
What
can
do you
see
mean?
Yeah,
Because it's too silly or something, right? That's why the show is working.
Yes.
So yeah, with how good it is, we probably got one of the most obvious reveals in episode 4 as well, which we won't
Yep.
say exactly about.
No.
What I really did enjoy,
I just gave you questions.
yeah,
Yeah.
how can I say this without the conversation between Peacemaker and Vigilante around what happened to Vigilante's balls, and the tone. It's like, I'm really feeling like you don't
Yes,
mean exactly
yes.
what you're saying here. It's like, no, it's okay.
They're like an old married couple
Oh,
in
yeah,
the car.
Yeah, grumpy old man. It was
Yeah.
excellent. So really, really good relationship growing between those
Oh,
two
just
guys.
the garbage bin scene.
Oh, that was
The
beautiful.
garbage bin
like,
scene.
what is this dude doing?
Yes.
Ah,
And they're just watching him until like the last second.
that just plays into the confidence that he has as
Yeah.
being who
And-
he
Because
is.
he's a psychopath.
And
Yes,
when he took the
100%.
when he took like 6 or 7 of them down
Yeah.
in the jail, like
Yeah, instantly.
Characters like that, these annoying characters, if they're annoying, they're also shit, right?
Yeah.
Like they're a joke, like
Yeah.
Star-Lord. But
Yeah,
Vigilante's actually
but
really
like,
cool.
I think this episode just like humanizes him a little bit.
Yes.
Even though he's
Yes.
a gigantic
Just the
psychopath.
end
Yes.
when he gets back in the hardcore
Yeah.
car and you're like,
yeah, because
Mm.
when when Peacemaker shits the bed and can't take the shot,
Yeah.
and he's like,
Dude!
"Doo, doo, 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 doo."
But the other bit, like I think in the second episode, is like, if you sell drugs, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
If you do graffiti, I'll kill you. I just, it's insane.
yes.
And then when like we're in bed, the third episode is like, I can't believe they made that legal. I would have killed you 2 years ago.
So good.
Oh man.
If Vigilante's my favourite, I also got to give a big shout out to Judo Master.
Man!
The way he just eats the chips and
Yeah, just
stuff.
like,
And the way he was flicking them
Yeah.
into his face.
So good.
And then the dynamic with him and Stephen G is excellent.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked Stephen G in Sarah Silverman's show when he was with Brian Posehn. And just
Oh, is
good
that
to-
him?
Yeah.
okay.
It's just good to see him in something else because he was good in Suicide Squad, but he's
Nothing to
no, he's just a really funny guy. Weird shot. I can't make that.
Oh, close my ears. Go,
No,
go,
that's
go.
okay.
No, no.
Just where
I
you-
wonder if that gorilla thing's gonna go anywhere.
Yes.
Has to.
Surely.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Has
But
to.
I'm like, is it Gorilla Grodd?
I don't know if we'll go that far, but maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because I'm like, is this
There's
Grodd?
no other reason to bring up a gorilla.
Like, not more than once.
Hmm?
It was in the paper that the
Yeah.
guy was
Yeah.
reading. Like, is this gorilla thing gonna be Grodd?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And telling everybody I can about it. It's how James has shown how comic book shows that don't take themselves too seriously can be done perfectly.
Yeah.
Especially like
And bringing back some hair metal.
No.
they're lamer characters that just wouldn't work if you treated seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
Peacemaker, because it's
but-
just a Punisher
yeah.
thing.
But even then, Peacemaker, like, his whole tagline was, like, on the actual series comic that was on the shelves, a man who loves peace so much that he'll fight for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just a bit
yes,
silly.
because if you did it straight, you'd be like, "This is just...
Yeah.
No, but then the converse to that is Jeff Johns with the Flash's Lyrics Gallery.
absolutely
They were silly characters that
Yes.
he made serious
yes,
and
yes,
deadly.
yes."
And, you know, great.
But I don't know
Stuff-
if they would work on a live action super
Oh, for
series
sure.
either, though.
I mean, in the Flash series, there's half of them were garbage.
All of them were garbage.
Yeah, because they're trying to make him cool, right?
I reckon
It's only just Captain Cold, though.
it's probably a bit too meta, but the Superior Foes of Spider-Man.
Yes.
That comic book series, that could easily be a really
Yes,
cool
yes,
TV
yes.
show.
Oh,
But it's too...
Vigilante would be an excellent boomerang.
Right. Exactly. And Boomerang from that Spencer run,
Yeah.
it's excellent.
Yeah.
They both got the V shape. That is the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can fault anything with this show. I just love everything about it.
Yeah, it's really good. Though, like, I'm desperate to know what happened with the first Vigilante. Because they filmed 5 episodes before their creative differences, they replaced him. You know, like, 5 episodes is a lot.
Yeah.
Was he just an asshole? Did he
Maybe.
have an issue with, like, somebody on set?
Might have been some of him and main actors.
Yeah, you're like, right? Something. You don't just be like, you know what, he's not right after 5.
Yeah, because
2 or 3, surely.
Well, that's
sure.
what normally is. Like,
You know?
it's
It happens, right?
100%. It happens.
Especially
I mean,
when
no,
ensemble just doesn't fit.
Happens all
Plus,
the
they don't
time.
really shoot everything in order.
No, but they had to go back and shoot everything.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. All the vigilante stuff they did.
Catch up, Dave.
Yep, we'll do.
iPad. Oh,
Episode 3.
yeah, I
That's
watched
what
that
I was
last
waiting
week.
for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
iPad.
How is that?
What?
7 o'clock on Fox 8.
I don't know.
It's 8:30. That's right.
8:30. Okay.
Whatever. Back in my day, you wouldn't get out at 8:30 unless you're watching SBS.
Yeah. And yeah, we didn't mention it last week. If you are watching it, there's post-credit scenes at the end of every episode. They're usually like extended scenes.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
just-
about
you
post-credit scene.
So they're not,
Yeah.
It's a gag reel
Yeah,
more
it's
than
more of a
anything.
Yeah,
gag reel
yeah.
or
You don't
extended
really
scene or
miss
anything
out
like
on
that.
anything, but it's
But it's
interesting.
worth it if you're enjoying it.
Oh, for sure. There's like
There's some more gold in there.
Dylan talked about the other day. Like Dylan was like, he's surprised how good improv sort of scene it is. I'm like, well, that's what he does.
Yes.
I had to sort of explain the whole rap gimmick. That's how he got popular.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember John Cena as a kid.
Yeah, of course.
Vaguely.
It's
But
probably 'cause
mainly,
you couldn't see him.
Yeah.
that's true.
I do like the character, John, like Peacemaker. What if the cheeks? There's a sweet cheeks thing, and what was the thing outside the police station? You know, he just says awful things, but
Yes.
he doesn't mean awful
Oh, no,
things
he's
by
not-
them.
It's all heart.
Because it
behind
doesn't mean the same thing to him.
Yeah.
There's no vitriol. It's
You know,
just
like
yeah.
because you got cheeks of an angel, like
Yes,
shepherd
yes.
angel cheeks, and like that's not what it means. You know, I like all that stuff.
It's like calling someone sugar tits, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't
Yes.
It's a great show.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's talk about another great show, Book of Boba Fett.
I thought you said a great show.
No, it was a good episode.
I don't know.
It was way
The
better than
episode
that.
was maybe the first episode.
I set the bar real low, and I'm glad that it exceeded that really, really low bar.
It was better than the week before.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest, if we didn't do this podcast, I don't know if I'd bother anymore. It just doesn't interest me at all.
Like,
I saw the first sign of Boba Fett, like where he's like got his ship back and he goes back and just destroys those.
It's taken 4 episodes for him to kill somebody.
Yeah,
And it's not even directly, it's a bit detached.
Pressing the button.
Yeah.
and
I
Shan's
did
like,
that shot of the slave one.
Ah, it looked
on the
amazing.
lighter shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they show the art reel at the end. And you showed the exact same shot. It was a great shot.
Yes.
I did like the heist, getting the ship back from Jabba's palace.
That was good. I enjoyed the episode.
Like you get his motivation for why he wants to be a crime lord instead of just
Oh, yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
That was fine. I can buy it now.
Yeah.
if
But
anything,
still.
just
But it just goes back to the old thing of, do we need it? We're getting essentially the same story of a Mandalorian through a TV show called The Mandalorian, which was some interesting music at the end of that.
give
Yes.
Fennec Shan her own show, kill Boba Fett, you'll be fine.
She's good, eh?
She's great.
She's doing all the cool stuff. He's not doing anything
yeah,
cool.
She's doing all the badass
Yeah.
stuff, you know. Like,
She's
she's great.
fighting on the ramp of the slave
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't call it that anymore.
We already have twice. That's what we're calling it.
And I can't believe for a second that the slave one has been sitting in a hangar for 5 years.
No way.
Yeah.
And
You
start straight
sell
up.
that
Yeah. Sell it.
straight away.
Yep.
Big for
Well,
Chilla.
it's got its most value.
Yeah.
The legendary Boba Fett Slave One. Highest bidder. Mm-hmm. Boom, boom, boom. Which 2-bit wannabe bounty hunter wouldn't buy that?
Yeah.
Just
Oh, for
ups your
sure.
rep.
Yep.
People see that ship and you're like, oh,
On Mando season 2, episode 1, dude's using the Boba Fett armor
100%.
because it's got the
Cachet.
yeah,
Timothy Oliver, fantastic.
Ollie fantastic.
Fantastic. Yeah, I don't know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a better episode than the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Which
sure.
wasn't
Yeah.
difficult.
I just can't wait for the show to be over.
just give her own
Oh,
suit.
look, I just look.
and
Give us a
series.
Megazord. Let's go hard. He can fight a Megazord in
Yeah.
with the Rancor. He can ride it because we know he's going to bloody ride it. And then we can have a Mandalorian season 3 next year, at the end of the year.
I really liked that kitchen fight scene with the little tiny robot.
Oh,
Dude, that was
nearly turn off.
that was
Yeah.
just
That was nearly turn off.
100%.
you know what it was?
Sad.
Little Mermaid.
Yep.
When Sebastian gets into the kitchen.
No,
Yeah.
don't you dare. That's a great scene.
Yeah, I was like,
You
why
were-
am I
you were-
watching
Hey, I'm
this?
not saying it's a bad scene. I'm saying it's a scene in a Disney cartoon movie.
Yes.
You were going for the droid, like you weren't going for Boba
No,
Fett.
I wouldn't
You
say
was like,
that.
yeah, get away from him, you know, like.
Oh, the Grievous cook robot was a bit. was a bit funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Them getting the ship back and the fight in the hangar was cool. That kitchen bit, I almost turned
It was
off.
almost, man. It was.
And then when
very
they got their
close.
ship and they're talking about his motivation, why he wants to take over instead of still be a bounty, and I'm like, that was
yeah.
good. Okay, I'll buy this reasoning why he wants to take over. I like the end where he's like, "I'll fine, I'll kill
But-
them all. You just stay out of it."
What's he like? I just don't understand like what the plan is. Like, you know, I'm gonna keep the streets safe or some rubbish. But like, so do you want to be a crime boss or are you going to become prime minister of Tatooine? Right?
Yeah,
like,
he's just.
he doesn't want to do any bad stuff. Oh, don't get me started on this stuff.
His whole deal with the other crime bosses, like, I still don't understand what the transaction was.
Yeah.
Like, what was he proposing? I don't.
Please
really
don't
get it.
stab me in the back.
Yeah, if someone comes
Yeah.
to attack, you've got my back. You don't go and stab me
Yeah.
in the back. That's essentially what it was.
But there's no tribute. There's no paying money. There's
No,
no
it's
protection.
just all on a handshake and a we've got your back on your word essentially, which is pretty dumb.
Oh,
Yeah.
those Jeepers Creepers aliens are gonna.
Oh, screw them over, sure.
And like the shooting the bikers, I'm like they clearly they had the line that the bikers didn't do it.
Mhm.
So he's gonna cry about that in an episode or two. Oh no, I killed the innocent bikers.
The bikers
Bro,
that tried to
set.
rip off that couple that
Yeah.
lived in the desert. That I beat them up and just left them unconscious in their house.
The problem is, the more I think about it, the more I hate it.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said hate probably a week ago.
Can't wait for
But
this
it's just,
one. How many episodes we got?
just rubbish. It's not good.
I think is it another 2?
Let's have a look.
I think it's another 2 or 3.
Hopefully, like it's 13. 'Cause
When-
No, it's
by
not.
then, Jay will just be ripping his hair
When,
out.
when Jake the Mas is trying to convince them to cut his dialogue when Favs are not around,
Yeah.
you know there's a problem.
Yeah, he understands.
He
like,
gets it.
Boba, he just doesn't want to memorize lines. That's
Three
all
more-
it
I
is.
know, I know.
He just want to. He's
3
just
more
look bad.
episodes.
3.
So it finishes.
What's after it?
Well, we got second week of. It
It's a
finishes.
week off and then midnight.
No, because Moon Knight's 30th. It's
Ah,
not
yeah,
third.
that's true.
So there's nothing.
So it's nothing for like a month and a half.
Oh.
They better get something in there.
Yeah, because it's what is it? February 9th. I'm pretty sure it was 30th, not 3rd.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Midnight.
So nothing.
So
Oh.
nothing.
Anyway, what's next?
Film, flashback.
Yeah.
Your film Flashback, was it not?
Big Trouble in Little China.
And who hadn't watched it? You and you?
Me.
Hands up, Dylan and Fomiati?
Right.
He might understand not watching it.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, you were very
Yeah.
surprised.
Both.
Yes.
Well, the one, my choice and this choice, I don't know why I had
Hmm?
never seen. I think watching it, I'd seen parts because the glass bottle bit reminded me, unless that's in something else.
No.
So that kind of did, but then when it went on, maybe I watched it when I was really young because I kind of remember the truck getting like stuck in.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But well, no, I did not remember that movie. It's excellent.
Dylan?
Yeah, it was awesome. I was talking to Fomi about this earlier. I feel like it just so much of it, the atmosphere and the way the sets were built and everything, reminded me of when I was a kid. I was sitting on the couch. My parents were watching these old Chinese movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, these Chinese movies would be weird.
Yep.
What's going on?"
100%.
And if you hadn't seen any movie like that, it would probably just go straight
Yes.
over your head.
Yeah.
And I think it did, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. Was it
audiences.
like a big flop when it came out?
Not a flop, but not a hit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because you know John
It is
Carpenter,
weird.
as he did watch those movies.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, because it was... No, and when I watched it, I said it, like, it was John Wayne in an old school Chinese movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the way
Exactly what I said, yeah.
Jack says stuff.
Oh, I was just waiting for him to say Pilgrim.
100%. Like,
Oh,
he's
and I even
hitting
said
it.
today last night, he's like channeling John Wayne.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
there's no tomorrow.
I
in this.
and I love the fact that Jack's not the main dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
Like- he's
terrible.
bumbling.
It's
Yeah,
purposefully.
He gets knocked out. He
Yeah.
falls
he's
over.
not the,
it's,
the white
it's-
savior.
Exactly.
While he's flipping around.
But John
going-
Carpenter is good with that.
Yeah.
Like he does. They're not all white dude to
Nah,
save the day
100%.
sort of things.
Good old Jack Burton. And, what is it? The Pork Chop Express.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like at first it was so jarring seeing him just slip up and
Yeah.
freaking knock himself out by shooting at the ceiling.
And how straight into it. It just
Yeah.
Yeah.
like there's no
It's
pretense.
oh,
there was
that escalated quickly and
Yeah.
it just kept going.
Yeah,
and
it
going.
just keeps escalating. Exactly right. The I guess the thing at the end where it's still at the back of the truck,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
monster creature thing. Whatever
That
the hell
looks so
is.
cool.
Yeah.
And that was beautiful.
Yeah,
Mid
the little-
'80s John Carpenter, Stan Winston school.
The freaking cool beholder thing that was.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, the makeup on Lopan.
Yes.
Oh, when he
Man,
was with
like,
the old.
yeah,
the,
when-
damn,
And that actor, he's in everything,
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
he?
he's excellent.
James Hong.
His
Yeah.
voice as well. Like I swear, he's in everything.
And then you had like the three storms. You got wind,
Yeah.
and you got rain, and you
Yep.
had Raiden.
Yep.
I swear one of them was the bad guy in Enter the Dragon.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. The
Yeah.
real bit buff,
Bolo,
dude?
yeah,
real
different
buff
guy.
dude.
Yeah, no, it's
Different?
not Bolo.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, it's not him. That's
Reminded me of him. though.
he's too young looking to be that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into Dragon like
Was it
70s.
Egg? What's his name? The
Egg Shen.
Egg Shen.
Egg Shen. Alright.
He's great.
He was good.
Everyone's so good in it.
Yeah.
Like, Kim Cattrall
She
is
was great.
excellent.
Yeah, they were all great. This is a
Um,
great cast.
yeah.
It was before
Great-
Police Academy too, so
Yeah.
it was really young for her.
And like, when I was watching, I said to Beck, who else was talking about sex trafficking in movies back then?
Mhm.
Right, it's
Big time.
1986,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like
He's
that's
talking
for,
about
for
the story
trafficking.
is.
for a
That's what
non-drama movie.
Yes.
Like it's an action, supernatural action movie. You're talking about sex trafficking.
And Chinese sex trafficking
Yeah.
too. Like it's
Yeah.
a very prevalent thing to today.
Yeah.
That's a great movie. I love this movie.
It's just
Great round, boys.
classic.
Mm.
Yes.
Great
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first, because the whole, it's John Carpenter, I was very confused tonally at first. Because I'm like, what's going on? But
I didn't realize John Carpenter as well when it started. Like,
Yeah.
another John Carpenter movie, Jason. Bad.
Yeah, well, what was that? 3 in
Yeah,
this round?
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
But once it slipped into place and I realized what kind of movie it was,
Yeah.
I was like, this
It was a bit awkward where he's just talking on the radio at the start, and there's no feedback. Like you
Yeah,
want
Yeah,
to
but
Chucky
he
thing
doesn't.
there.
He hasn't let go of the button.
Yeah, he's
He
just
just keep
talking.
talking.
Yeah.
It's an open channel. He's talking in. And I guess other truckies like he does this all the time. He's just
Oh,
Jack Burton
shut
going
up.
off.
Shut up, Burton.
What's the ratings?
8.
Eight.
I'll get 9.
Eight.
There's nothing wrong with it. I love this movie.
Yeah,
The only thing I would, like, if I had to be picky, the middle bit gets a little samey on just going from one. Oh, they go down this way, and then they're stuck, and then they've got to go down that way, and you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
a bit
yeah.
samey for about half an hour.
I did like that. It was like,
It's like a
elevator.
video game
Which way do
levels.
we go?
Oh, yeah.
Up. Why up? Why not down?
You know, like they just escape, and then
Yeah.
So
It
they
is a
escape
bit odd
again.
how they escape,
Mm.
then go back in.
bit repetitive.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point, too, is to be like,
You need
it's
to get
something weird's going on
Yes.
here. It's a labyrinth. But yeah, 8, easy.
Yeah. 8, not 9.
Yeah, I'd probably give an 8.
All right, new round.
Alrighty.
New round.
Jason
Alright.
starts.
My start this time?
Yes.
Alright. I've been meaning to watch this for a while, so I was like, well, this will make me watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for Uncle Chopper.
Oh.
Neck uppy blowfly.
Yeah. You seen Chopper?
I don't think so.
I didn't think you
seen
probably
Chopper?
would. That was one of my thoughts too.
That's good. You've got a head.
You haven't
needs
seen
to make
Jobber?
a Panel beating too.
you
bits of it.
Bits of it.
haven't seen Chopper?
him?
Bits of it.
Look what you
It's a nice shirt, mate. They're making for men.
It's pretty violent,
Yes.
a little distasteful.
Yes.
If you've got the DVD, I highly recommend the commentary with actual Mark Chopper Reed,
Oh.
because he says in the commentary 1,000 times, I wrote 10 books and I can't even read. Multi-million-dollar sales and I can't even read. Non-stop. The way...
Has he passed away?
Yes,
Yeah.
he has passed away. There's also on the DVD a really, really cool 12-minute doco of Eric Bana going down to his property in Tasmania and just learning and talking to each other and getting the mannerisms and stuff. Really interesting because Chopper Reed was a very colourful character
Yes.
in Australian 80s and 90s. So, yeah, 80s and 90s.
Notoriety.
Yes.
Infamous.
The average bloke on the street doesn't worry about Chopper Reed.
So good. But Banner's performance is one of the best action performances I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, and at that point, Banner was on Fast Forward.
Just a
He's a
comedian.
comedy actor, yeah.
And he was just a comedy actor. He was just
Pointer.
doing skits. He was improv.
Ray Martin.
Yeah,
Pointer.
Ray Martin, Pointer.
Which the
The
taking off of people obviously
Yeah.
helped. That's what he did.
telephone
It's just-
dude.
Yes. But,
Little-
Yeah, he was a comedian, like
Yeah.
a proper stand-up comedian. Did
had his own
Sketch
TV,
comedy.
actually an Eric Banner TV show.
Yeah.
I've got DVD off as well.
and like
Oh.
yeah, now he does mainly drama.
like, there's a ridiculous pick, but so
Mhm.
good. So good. So
And
chop chop.
It's on Stan.
Yeah, it's on stand. Enjoy.
I haven't seen this in ages.
Same.
That'd be
Since high
Australia.
school, I think.
Yes. Hey.
Since high school.
Oh. So good.
Yeah.
It's good. I think I
I'll
seen
watch it and then go to Bojangles.
the other week. I seen like YouTube and they just recommend stuff. It was the Renee Brack interview.
Oh,
Right.
I just popped up. I was like, man, I haven't watched Chop for ages.
The actual one?
Yeah.
Because she was in the movie as herself.
Yeah.
Which
So
is great.
After you watch the movie, check that out.
Yeah, look what you've done. Made your mother.
It's maybe my favourite bit of the movie. You're like, oh my god. So yes.
All
No,
right.
no, adults only viewing for people.
And some of the when they're at the house and they're about to take him to the hospital, some of the worst acting from his mate, the little gangster, is like, "We've got to get him to a hospital, Chopper." You'll know what I mean when you say it. It's the best.
Yeah, so good, so good, so good,
Awesome.
so good,
I
so
can't
good.
wait to watch that
Yeah,
again.
we'll talk about it
It's
later.
still
Okay.
next week.
Looking forward to it. This has been something that's, I see it everywhere.
Yes,
And
I thought I was like,
yeah, always
maybe.
had the feeling, I should probably watch that. But
Yeah,
never got around to it.
Definitely.
Yeah, I thought maybe just because.
If you
H,
if you want to gear yourself up, just type in YouTube Chopper reads the weather.
That was.
Is that unfunny bloke? Don't watch any of that.
Yeah.
That
Watch
was
Eric
good.
Banner do Chopper.
That dude was not funny.
Watch Chopper do Chopper.
I like
or Eric
it.
Banner do
He
Chopper.
wasn't funny.
I like that show.
Rubbish.
That was only a good bit of a show.
All right, thank you for joining us this week. On Spotify, if you were listening to us on Spotify, you can now rate the show.
Yeah.
So we'd really appreciate it.
Oh, anywhere really?
Anywhere?
Apple.
you can
Okay.
also
You got a rating? Anyway, rate it. Give us a rating.
give us a thumbs
5
up
stars
on
or whatever. Comment, subscribe.
5 stars. It's the quality that we give you every week.
Don't let me sway your judgment.
So you're the star.
Oh.
You're the 5 stars.
5 times.
5 times.
Also, heads up, people, this week we'll be closed Wednesday for the public holiday.
Oh,
So
that's
don't come
public
knocking on the door. We're closed Wednesday. Oh, you're horrified.
Oh.
Yes, I am. Tell yourself that you're closed.
I might come to work and get some stuff done.
Oh,
Don't tell them that. They'll
is the
come
public
find you.
holiday your day off? Suck shit. I love that. Happy straight X.
So yeah, rate us. There's 5 of us.
Yeah.
1 star each.
1 star each?
Yeah.
I'm at least a 2-star, man. Come on.
didn't give us 6
I
stars.
should. Well, we'll take Dave's. It's not what I hear. Here's the Dave Show. The Dave and Tommy Show.
Nah, it's Dave Show.
We're going to have to switch spaces. Let's put them up the front. That's what people want.
No. Silly talk.
Sure?
Beautiful
I do like that shirt there, Nitin.
Yeah, chicken food.
I noticed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a few of them.
Only a
I
few.
have to wear my one next week.
All right, thanks for joining us. We will be back next week.
Yeah.
See you then.
What? Next week is the